an opening.
Scored.
No intro,
No
track.
Quick things.
It's your Sunday night. I just pulled up the comments quick and just saw Troy said he has to go work at 5:20. It was like, oh my God.
Click that button.
Didn't even realize we were so far from start time. What happens is, shout out to everyone tuned in. Rivers pulls up, and as though we don't speak enough during the week,
we just started nattering away, and two times passed. We could have just, you know what I mean? We could have just turned the camera on and just had the same conversation.
No, really. We couldn't have.
Maybe.
No, we couldn't have.
No, we could have.
I'm London Jen. This is Rivers.
Come on, man.
This is Sunday Roast. We are here. How's the family? How's your week been? How was your Sunday? How's your babies? How's your mother? How's everything?
How's your father?
How you doing? Come over here with this how's your father business on a Sunday as well. Rivers.
You know, like in the nature of balance, I heard mothers getting mentioned. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man.
You have to find a different way to say it. You have to big up the dad then.
How's the Padres?
How's the Padres? Yeah. How's all the daddies doing? How's everyone? Man, it's been a busy day in battle rap today. There's been quite a lot going on. I've had my eyes on all timelines, and internationally, everything is popping off. Personally,
a big release today over here. In my eyes,
I didn't see no big release. What was? Oh, yeah. Big facts. Yeah, big release.
Yes, sir.
Era versus Era. Unan versus Crash. Oh,
yes,
my Lord. Oh my Lord, that was crazy. Troy, how we doing? Better now that we've started and we're thinking about your 5:20 a.m. start time. So my bad. Sorry for making it so late. You know how roast goes sometimes. Let me actually do this. Yes. So yet another release from Era versus Era. I don't know, like you forget just how many more battles they still have to drop because we've had so many so far.
Plus we got the
process in between.
Yeah, so
it's been crazy. Did you see Unan versus Crash? If you didn't, you don't know what you're missing. Go to No Douche Chat. Go subscribe. Go and follow them on all platforms. Go support and go and watch Unan versus Crash. I'm so glad I get to speak on this after I've seen a crazy Crash battle. After I've seen Crash on form, it's a lot easier to
you know what's crazy though? I think Unan was so on form. It wasn't even like Crash was off form against Unan. It was just that there was a golfing class in it.
This is true.
Clear golfing class. And I feel like he did have different elements in his later battle with Frost that he didn't bring to his Unan.
Big
battle.
Facts, yeah. He was
but he could only have got them by battling Unan, realistically, I think.
That's a great point, actually. You make a very valid point. It was a sheer, difference in levels. And I guess we wouldn't have got the Crash that we got against Frost if he didn't take that whooping to Crash. I mean to Unan, and my Lord,
Unan was on.
He took a whooping. That Unan was so ferocious.
You know what, I feel like when you're the champ, I feel like that's the kind of performance we expect him to give someone that's kind of not of his class or his kind of tier, innit? We kind of expect there to be a big gap between him and whoever he's battling that's not off that kind of level.
Yeah, but the golf was,
it was amazing. It was one of the top elite performances that you get every now and then. And then, like, for years to come, you start thinking, raw, like, do you remember that? I think it will be one of those, innit? But, like, Crash redeemed himself in his next battle anyway, so.
Yeah, he did. What did I just like? Shit. Just like something on Twitter. I'm not co-signing whatever I just liked.
Yeah. That's around here randomly just tapping on people's shit, yeah?
Shout out Joe Downey. I literally just got done finished Unan and Crash. What did you think, Joe? How did you Do I need to ask how you called it? Tell me what you think about Unan, that battle. We'll save what you think about Crash for when his next battle comes out. Crash has learned for real, and he applied it for the Frost battle. He really did. And like River said, he brought some things that he didn't have. He didn't have. Andrew, salute, bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, bonne nuit, good night. How you doing? Unan versus Crash was mad on the day, and the replay is sick too. Yeah, in the building. Oi.
We needed it because remember, like, we had a crazy first day. Second day's come along now, and it's like it was almost like it just made it so that the whole weekend was just mad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love that.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was incredible, sort of feeling Unan up there, feeling that sort of energy when a man is that on form, and just kind of, you know, emitting that level of electricity. Like it really was electrifying. It really was the definition of an electrifying performance.
He's a man, you feel the effort he's putting into everything he's doing from the outside, from the exterior, because he's just literally giving his all in it. So I love that. I love watching a top Unan performance, man.
My guy, Crumpet, salute for the Undisclosed recaps. Undisclosed for Premier Battles recaps yesterday. I think I woke up about, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock or something, and the first thing that I did was go and check what's going on Undisclosed, who's winning, what's going on. So thank you so much to you for those. If you want to pull up and give us if you want to pull up and give us a recap, oh man, we would love that, because I so appreciate it.
Know 1 or 2 things, but I'd like someone that's more in depth with it to come up and say something. So yeah, Crumpet, you're welcome, bro. Come up if you can. You've got time to. I know it's Sunday. I know it's, you know, these type of hours, but you're here, so you know.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Tap in if you can, brother.
Unan versus Templar would be great. Listen. Yeah. Why was that ever touted? Was that ever supposed to happen?
Not that I remember, but maybe. I'm not sure. But I feel like Templar has a lot of good opponents that you can match him with to make crazy battles out there, really. There's a lot of options for this guy, because he's a top performer. Unan top performer. That would be mad.
That would be,
definitely mad. Sometimes you eat dessert after the Sunday roast, man.
That's how it goes. Sometimes you eat dessert during the Sunday roast.
I don't know about these rules.
It's my house. It's my table.
No more.
My stream.
Say no more.
What can I say? You want one? You can have one. If not, like, you know, don't hate.
Okay.
You can't pull up as in work early. Appreciate you. Video recap tomorrow. That would be. Well, there are recaps on the wiretap. Let me say that. There are long-haired Linda. Salute to Queen Linda. Nothing but love for her. She's done some dope. I've only watched 3 or 4 of them so far. I think I watched the Amity Jester ones. I watched the Red Wolf DARPA ones. Need to go and watch the rest of them. But on the wiretap, go and subscribe, go and follow, go and check out Long-Haired Linda's interviews on there. She did really, really well, like dope interviews, like asked all the right questions. Yeah, nothing but love and flowers for Linda over here. Shout out to her for bringing the content to the people. I eagerly guzzled those up, as I do. You are, looking forward to that. I heard great things about that battle of Real War. Really can't wait to see that. Premier battles are normally super quick with the VODs, and their VODs are normally really great value for money. Sometimes they allow you to purchase the individual battle, right? I'm sure that's so there's no reason why you can't necessarily, because they're all really well priced, go and purchase the whole VOD. But if you can't, and there are certain battles you want to see, then go and at least do that Support.
Buy the whole thing, man. Don't even buy individuals. Buy the whole thing.
That's it. Smoggy, salute. No, but for real, certain people, even if the VOD is 10, 15 pounds, like it might be out of their reach. And if you really want to support and still can't, and you got a little £3 like you can throw, like do that. But if you can, go and watch the whole thing. So certain times, like did I did say Smoggy, salute. You haven't missed too much just yet. We've kind of just been long intro and we're talking about Undisclosed 4 right now. Get the VOD yesterday for DARPA versus Red Wolf alone. That was a fucking dogfight on a Mackenzie versus Moog level. Ooh, fire. And yeah, that's it as well. Certain things, if you can afford it, even if you've got a favorite, like if it's viable for you, even if there's someone you specifically want to see, you might not be as familiar with the rest of the battlers on the card. There's some new guys on that card as well that nobody's familiar with. So, you know, new battlers can be a mixed bag. Certain times you get absolute fire. You get someone, you know, new coming in who's just offering something different. So always, you know, always support.
I will say on behalf of the battlers, if there's any area you're gonna take a gamble on a card to some guys, this is the one I personally think.
Okay.
You understand? Because I feel like the levels have been stepping up gradually on all leagues all through the years. Like I feel like the pandemic made a lot of guys sit down, put a lot more into their craft. Then when the battles that have happened, there's been no crowd to stop anyone. We've really been watching what you've been saying. People have built up. So I feel like now we're in a time where you will see people on a card that you probably don't know of, never seen before, but they know the level of what they need to be like nowadays to be on these cards.
Bam, sorry to interrupt. He's passing by to show love, so I don't know how long he's going to be here. Bam's probably streaming somewhere on a different channel, on a different platform in a little while.
Interviewing Samuel Jackson or something. Who knows?
Appreciate the love. Shout out, Bam.
Bam, love all the time. He knows.
Nick Kelly says, I've got the bootleg 75% price. Hit me up in the DMs. If you even use
the bootleg 75%. I like that. So that's out of the numbers, bro.
Shout out Kick Nelly. You were one of the topics that kept me occupied today. It was kind of off. Well, there were some on timeline antics. When did you drop your round that you didn't get to spit live in battle? When did you put that out on Facebook? When was that? Was that today? Was it yesterday? So a bit of context here. The No Loose Chat process, second round last week.
Yeah.
IAMAB versus Kick Nelly was supposed to go down. Kick was there. He was ready.
Yeah.
He was firing on all cylinders. No IAMAB. He was a no-show. He wasn't there. Medical reasons, apparently. He had a dental issue, an abscess. Can't spit with a smiling mouth, whatever.
Yeah. He spoke to the management prior to the event.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Kick never knew until the day. Kick was aware. He still came down to represent, and you know what I'm saying, like the support, as all of us who wasn't on the card did anyway. So he still came down, but understandably, he was kind of upset. Like he wants to go through like fair and square. He wants to battle his way through the tournament. He doesn't want no fight. He wants to fight. He wants to fight. He's proved himself before. He wants to prove himself again.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he at the venue after the battles, did he spit around? Was it just a round Kick? It was a round, right?
I don't know if it was a round or I don't know. I'm not sure because I think it was around. I don't know.
However much material it was, we're gonna get into it because he put it out on Facebook yesterday. He put the round out on Facebook yesterday, and then today on Instagram.
What happened today on Instagram?
Today on Instagram, IAMAB responded with his own round 3 minutes. So I'm guessing it's about around
90-second round, so that might be all three of them.
Oh, it might have been, right?
Might have been all three of them back to back. I'm not sure though, because he spat it Well, we'll get into it, but
Well,
I feel
90
like
seconds.
how we put it together
Yeah.
seemed like it was one block of bars. It didn't seem like it was free put
Yeah.
together, but maybe he's got the skill to weave it. I'm not sure.
I don't know. We'll see. Damn, that situation with IAMAB sounds
more fucked
crumpet than a retired nun.
Jesus.
Listen.
I think Crumpet needs to go to bed because he's got work, man.
Yeah.
He's got work.
I'm a Catholic. I don't take kindly to that.
And I only drink holy water. So I'm just saying.
I am to Catholicism what Rivers is to holy water. Take from that what you will.
That's what I'm saying.
But we are gonna get into both rounds.
Should we flip a coin and see who should go first?
Yes, let's do that actually. Yeah.
I Nick, Kick, what are you calling? Heads or tails?
Yeah, you're in the chat. Heads or tails?
We should ask AB because he comes from the furthest. But he's not in the chat. So what are you calling? What are you calling, Kick? Heads or tails? We're gonna find out who's first.
10, 9, 8. Oh, I'm calling for you. 7.
Heads. He said heads.
Okay, wicked.
Alright. Gonna do this official. Everything good, everything good, everything good, everything good.
Oh shit, we can't even show you, but it is heads.
It came out as heads.
No, yeah, there's no way we could have done that.
Look, I haven't moved it.
Yeah.
But hey guys, look. Alright, look.
Yeah.
You can
it
see
is
that's
heads.
It's heads.
It is heads. So
Kick, what you choosing?
Who goes first? You wanna go first or you want AB to go first? First round?
Kick said he'll go first.
First round is on you.
Strategic.
Let's get into this.
It's strategic still.
Let's get into this.
Let me go first and then
let's okay, so we'll read the caption first. So if anybody remembers that
Hold on. Is that the Kick Nelly voice?
That's my Kick voice.
Saying, oh, well, you're learning from the GOAT, you know. I'm telling you. Man came out here with the Russ Clark impression.
So if anybody remembers that IAMAB idiot that was going at with Shotty the other week on Twitter, well, I was scheduled to battle him in a process last week. He no-showed as he obviously knew that I knew about him, a weirdo from Plymouth instead of the American blood from Los Angeles that he had claimed to be. I spat my opening round after the event.
Big Stanglia, bitch.
I love you, Kick. To the battlers at their request. I wasn't going to upload this footage, but I've got a ton of positive feedback, so I thought I'd share it in it. Let me know what you think, guys.
Let's go, Kick.
Let's see what you think. Hold on. Let's make this
Let's
big.
get this right. Let's get this right, because this is big Kick Nelly, you know.
It's big. We have to enlarge.
Hold
it. Hold on. We need to get a full clip. Let's do this. Are we ready?
Are we ready?
You're ready?
Smack, you ready?
I'm ready. Chat, you ready?
All right, they're ready.
Let's go.
AB, aka Akron Brown, the blood gangster, LA gang banger, red bandana, rocking sets from Los Angeles to Atlanta. What the fuck am I on about? I'm done. Sorry. I'm done playing around, because you ain't ever been an American citizen and your name ain't Akron Brown. It's Denham Williams. So anything you say now ain't legitimate, because he grew up safe and sound in them nice ends of Plymouth. You weren't lifting the ratchet and stick, banging the crips and stacking the chips. Nah, fam, you were in unanimous bits attending a private school for Catholic kids. Wow. Don't believe me? I have a pick. Top corner, that is him. You ain't ever trapped a day in your life, cuz. Step to me, it won't be a close shave if you try, bruv. How the fuck do you expect me to catch a fade from someone in that lineup? Ooh. Okay. But maybe after this, he left. Overseas, he went and started giving out G checks to C sets. Oh, no way. He stayed and became a prefect. There goes his street cred.
Is that him?
But what about the next decade? Maybe he went overseas to LA and started warring with the essays and letting off more shots than Maroussa Dembele.
Hold on, kid.
Oh no, wait, this Greg Stay, please explain why you are dressed like a fed mate. Wait for that. I should have been a judge. Trucks.
Bear with. I don't know if that was messing up for the chat, but we're going to bring it back.
That is him. You ain't ever tracked a day in your life, cuz. Expect to me it won't be a
Dora.
try, bruv. How the fuck do you expect me to catch a fade from someone in that lineup? But maybe after this he left, overseas he went, and started giving out G checks to C-sets. Oh no, wait, he stayed and became a prefect. There goes his street cred.
Dora the Explorer.
Decade. Maybe he went overseas to LA and started warring with the essays and letting off more shots than Maroussa Dembele. Oh no, wait, this Greg Stay, please explain why you are dressed like a fed mate. Wait for that. I should have been a judge. Trucks. Do these look like bloods that are repping a set? Or do you see what I see? More fake blood than special effects. Oh my God. Snoop, is it who you want us to face if you're
where the camera is,
playing
kid.
make-believe? It's amazing to me because his name is Denim, but he's so ashamed of his jeans. Tally, Paris, Tally, Paris, you better listen as well, because now this man's gangster stick has been dispelled. If you continue backing him, you ain't just dissing me and all of them, you're dissing yourself. This brick is a melt and he's about to be more fucked than a retired nun. You are dying, son, so pick an accent, either one. Because if you rap like a Brit, approved, you're a lying cunt. If you rap like a Yank, you're still a lying cunt. It's hard to believe, truly though, but at the last event, you took a selfie in them toilets and said you were at the studio. No way. You definitely did. You should know me. You definitely did. You should know me better than this. Of course, I kept the pic. Bro, you are 6'3". You are. Oh my.
If he's been in the toilet
Look at the tilt of the
in the
skin,
red box.
forward way he is leaning. The only way he possibly could have taken this pic was if he was seated.
Oh, now the shitting on the toilet makes sense.
Jesus, you try convincing man you were at grind daily in the process of making hits. Nah, fam, you were
Fair
hit
enough, kid.
at the process, taking a shit. And that's why he didn't come.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
Who didn't come? Who didn't come? I don't know.
Damn.
Do we know anymore?
Do we know?
Who said that? Black T?
Black tea, you bastard.
Who said, do we know anymore?
Yo, shit.
Nick's from Cambridge.
Damn.
We had some print and a half to do.
Oh, yeah, I'm from Cambridge.
Kick said that you sound like Russell Brand.
Yeah.
You sound more like Russell Brand than
I
Kick.
was freestyling. It literally,
It's
I
our
don't
first
know.
time, bro. Come
Yeah,
on,
it's
man.
my first time. It might not have been. I was just doing it for entertainment
Well, you should be
value.
privileged. No one else gets Jen doing that impression.
I think this is my first impression, and it literally just came to me on the spot. I was reading the words. I was feeling like
Can we get IAMAB now? I mean,
Yeah.
IAMAB.
we are gonna get IAMAB now. What does the chat think of Kick Nelly's round? He's basically exposing IAMAB for being. Look how I just slipped into a Plymouth dialect there. For being a fraud, for being a fake caricature, basically.
That's mad. That's crazy. And I've seen the pictures. There's a picture of him when he's big, but what he's wearing looks like American clothes. That's one thing I thought. Right, he looks like one of them big Americans here, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't know if he took this picture here in America.
Fubu'd out and shit.
Yeah, that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
The 4XL.
Yeah. Come on. You know what I'm
4XL when you're really pushing a medium. Yeah.
something. But yeah, but he was big at the time, so I think 4XL was
Okay.
actually necessary.
Okay. Yeah,
In the picture that I saw.
I didn't get to see it, although I was at the process. I didn't get to see it live.
Yeah.
I was in a car, sat down, nursing my poor old body. So I didn't get to see it live. I didn't know any of this was going on at the time. Otherwise, I would have dragged myself out. So I didn't get to see any of the pictures. What do we think of the angle? Let's see what IAMAB had in response. So
we'll see the response and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
as a whole, innit?
Let's do that.
It's only fair because then I don't want to give a perception of him before. Let's go.
Yeah, it's always interesting though to see sort of what's your first impression without having a wider context, without seeing a response.
Okay, that's right.
What do you think? Like, so Black Tea there, like, do we even know anymore? Like, that's it, right? That's the first response. So let's see what IAMAB put out today.
Who's that about? Do we even know? Fucking no. Let's go though, because IAMAB. And he's got other battles on his channel as well, not just this one. He's got, I think he's got a next one on there.
What, on here?
Yeah.
Is this Whispers battle on here? Oh, the online battles.
The online battles.
Okay, yeah. Let's get into this round and see.
This round, man.
I said, I'm not the extras. I peeked your timeline, and there's so much shit I could have used as leverage. Invading somebody's personal space is something I have to perfection. Robberies, B&Es, fuck the hype, I like to fight, nigga, I'm aggressive. So if I rob something tonight, it's your life and possessions, I'm nice with a weapon. I go to any measures, drink your body and vodka and light. We can live forever, you and these books, been through ups and downs, and now y'all stuck together. I'm like a fat bitch sat on a bench, I'm good for pressure, nah, I'll fight, fam. I'll get banging on the stick like a blind man, alcoholic stepdad. I keep my can by the nightstand, this time, my life ain't trying to make amends. My 40, loud and still busting, London jet, silence on the pistol.
Hey, hold on, I need to say that line properly. Third time I've heard it.
So you're 40, you're still live and busting.
I'm busting.
My 40, loud and still busting. London, all my life ain't trying to make amends. My 40, loud and still busting. London, Jen, South on the pistol.
Big facts. You win.
Just a win. 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 7. He kept 6 digits around like I'm on pins. I'm about to spin. Somebody pray for see. He took Holy Ghost. Like, lean on me, hold me close. You gonna eat this meal, so I'll pop this toast. My last I duck. But if any bullets miss TV, not even remotely close. I ain't no joke. I'll pop a clip, rock your shit, knock your shit, drop this bitch, brains all over the crib like West. I forgot some shit, not for shits. I'm trained to go. Fucking with me's the worst pain ever. Like when you stub your toe. It's Beyonce. How this nigga be a bitch, but apparently nobody knows. I'm out of control. So don't ask me why I'm a grip god if not wait. Keep it a buck. How many times you thought about killing yourself, my nigga? I'm just trying to hear it out loud, deep. I know what they say the best way to deal with your problems is by talking about it. And for your comfort, I want you to confide and confess to all of the crowd. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Chivalry's dead. I'll go first, because I'll tie the rope and kick the stool from under the feet and try to kick off around. Nigga, the grip guard in London still got a gun. But there's a lot of blades about altercations can escalate and take a crazy route, because over a patent, I'm dropping ad. But by the press of a button, somebody can take me out, so no loose chat. Y'all wanted me to run a 90-second fade with a nigga that's built like a matchstick when the shows arrive. And it's finally time for a hat trick. Big break, dunce cat, big gun, dump that, something nasty. Fuck up your day like sir. I ain't want that, a shotgun. Get the ball in your crib. Like where the fun at? This battle, I took one for the team. Cause I ain't one scrap, so what's the word? It's still fuck you, cause I'm flipping birds. Brazy, I'll beat the white. I couldn't whip and work, I go berserk. I'm blessed with this newborn, I got to hold it first. So you religious, cool, pray to God, cause it's the Antichrist. And they'll flip a church. You look like the type to be telling. I'm a custodian on the way to work. I keep the mop out the window just to clean up the spillage. Just past tense, cause Harry done potted himself into somebody's business. Nigga, that's 3 gold rounds full of mad bones. It's a game of Quidditch. Now to some of y'all, that ball might be black and some might not get it, but that means once I go dumb, but sword getting kicked off the hinges. I'm out for vengeance. And this motherfucker's trash. Cause this stupid bitch still think an acid trip is a glimpse of magic. A unicorn is just a horse with a dick on his head, you pretentious fag. But I guess y'all are the same. But yours, an extended magnum. So don't ask why I'm the grip guard, nigga. Headshot. Bow. You will literally grip guard, nigga. Grip guard, nigga. All those pictures don't mean a thing. I said.
Okay.
So how you got it, Jen? Put you under some pressure here.
You're not putting me under no pressure. You see me? I'm in my yard right now. I'm sitting down. This is Sunday roast. I do not have my judge's hat by any stretch of the imagination. You see, I didn't take one note. I took one note, actually. I literally wrote one thing down. But for me to judge, Like, I take notes. I was just sitting down there for my viewing pleasure. However, okay, so Kick says, was there a single direct bar in there?
Do you know what? Yeah.
Now,
Go.
yeah, like Kick has taken a very specific angle where he's cut at your credibility, your authenticity, who you are as a, not just as a battler, but as a man.
Yeah.
AB has a round that I can, you know, I can fuck with. I like it, but he hasn't addressed. It hasn't. There's certain things in there that kind of.
We don't get a feel of who you are from your rounds. Because me, I'll not even to cut in, but I'll say this: with all of this shit going on, yeah, obviously you don't know that this is going to be the angle that pops up about you, yeah. But when you're introducing yourself into a place, you kind of have to do that. You kind of have to. So like, there's a difference.
Good night, Troy. We'll try and be earlier next Sunday.
Catch us on the replay.
Yeah, have a good week at work next week. Much love to you for tuning in.
I'll say this: Trinidad Bez. I was in Brooklyn. So like, once you've built that picture for us, we kind of get more of a view of who you are. So when you're saying shit, it kind of lands a little bit more. Now, no one's putting your shit under credibility. You just feel inclined to tell us where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I feel like that was more the approach you should have took. You should have given us more.
Was the Watts bar in there?
What's?
There was no Watts bar in there, right?
Not that.
All right, let me not talk about it then, because Ab is not here.
Oh,
I just realised.
You had a bar about Watts.
So something. No. Because we saw what he had. I didn't miss that though. No.
No, it wasn't.
Never mind. Who? I mean, are you calling it?
I mean, it's a one rounder. It's always hard to call a one rounder, but I'll be honest with you. In this situation here, when a man has got that angle, if you haven't really got something to reply to the angle, it's almost like someone's questioning something about you, and you haven't got something that proves that what they're questioning is not real or not. Yeah. Then the question becomes, what hit better? Do you understand? And it's almost like punches are cool, and he had some cool punches in there.
Yeah, he had some really nice.
But that is a hard angle to go against without some type of background about where you're coming from. Or some type of thing to show us. What is he talking about? I just come from.
Exposed you.
Yeah, basically. So you got to expose yourself a little bit more.
You've got to kind of sell to us. And for some of his material, definitely did sell. Like, he has convincibility, as we would say over on VS. He's got that convincibility factor. Like, I kind of, there's something. Hey, kiddo.
Well done, brother.
There's just coming to take my charger. Act like he wanted to say hello and pay respects. He just wanted to come in and steal my
two for the price of one, man. Let him live, man.
Yeah, like I was feeling his material, but there was, I have to kind of, so he said custodian. Like, there are certain things that
custodian
he said
with a mop out the window.
Yeah, like that make me think.
That is very
That's
American.
A very this is what I'm saying, convincibility. When you're putting words like custodian in there and you're not kind of rebuttaling the angle, like that's just what you would say. I don't know. It kind of doesn't do enough to counteract. But what I'm saying is, I don't listen to what you're saying and automatically think, hold on, this Donny's from Plymouth. But because
that's the
Nick has executed that angle so well, you don't say nearly enough to refute it. You literally have to leave me on vibes.
You can either refute it or you give us a feel. Nigga, this Compton, nigga. You know, like
that's
to where the whole place is Jersey.
And that's the interesting thing as well. So you're in the UK, you're coming with an accent. So even if you're in a UK tournament, you're saying the shit that you're saying. You're talking that, that gritty, grimy street shit. You need to kind of tell us
where it is.
Yeah, like why you can talk that. I'm feeling you when you're saying that shit, but why Why are you here on this stage, on this platform, saying that? Never mind the fact that he's just called you out for being a fraud and said that everything you're going to spit and everything about you as a man is fraudulent. Like, it kind of doesn't answer that in that respect.
Yeah, I feel like I needed more of a feel. But again, this is why I don't really like to judge, because this isn't the whole battle in its entirety. Kick had more to say.
Yeah.
He definitely had more to say as well.
Yeah.
He might even have had some shit where he spoke about a little moment in the hood in his third fall. We don't know that. But based on these things that was posted, I feel like if you know that this is the angle he's going to take, whatever you post should be something that kind of washes that away. And I don't think that round showed me that you got a good pen. You can put some shit together. But it didn't show me that you beat down whatever he's saying. Plus, I heard you talking about London, but you're not from London. But I know what you're saying. You're going to be in London when you're doing the battle and everything. But where are you coming from? We don't know. So it's a bit crazy, man.
Yeah, I agree. Do we want to see? Do we want to see the battle completed? So obviously they both put out a bit of material each. And do we want to see it completed? Is that something you'd be interested in?
I think if
I have been saying it for weeks. I don't know who's been saying it, but a lot of it has been spoken about.
It's been out here. It's more than
Caps. Yo, salute to you, Caps. Salute.
Caps
Big
is
salute.
the lifesaver today. So.
Big salute to you, Caps. Much love. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. What were you saying? Plymouth.
Plymouth is a crazy place, to be fair. Hey, listen, I heard some things.
Listen, right? Careful on them docks. Careful on them docks. I'm telling you, it gets scary out there after 6 p.m.
100%. The tractors is on the roads and that.
Yeah. It's when I'm looking at a battle like that, and someone's taken such a direct angle, and come with verification, with some sort of verification, whether you like the props or not. They're coming with, receipts, I guess, of some form, and then their opponent doesn't do too much to.
What I like what Nick did here is Nick gave you a picture, then it was like, so he'll give you a picture and you can be like, yeah, I hear that, but that's just one picture, bro. That could have been, obviously, that could have been when he got older. And he's like, oh, you think he's just them? And then he brings the next picture. So it's like every time you had a thought of, I hear that picture covers this, he would be like, I hear you, but what about this part? Oh, what you thought?
Very well executed angle.
Put it together very well.
Very well.
That's a hard angle for anyone to beat, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With just punching, no matter how good the punches are.
And like you said, you're new to us.
Yeah.
You are not only are you new to the whole audience, you're different.
Yeah.
So you haven't told us who you are, and you haven't kind of explained your difference. Yeah. And then the man before, your opponent has kind of said, he's different because it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It makes it hard for you to
come back.
To come back from that, no matter what you're saying, for you to. But like I say, it's one round.
In battle rap, when we don't have a perception of you, say for example, this is a vet move that I'll just let off now, say you've come in, we don't have no perception of you, we can create one, because they know who we are already. It's easy. I can just tell them he's whatever, and as long as I sell it well enough, they have to believe me because they know me. You understand? So you have to be able to come there letting us know who you are, so no one can't try and. It looks weird if I try and say he works at the post office and you come here and told me your whole story, how you own your own business and and this is your life and this is what you're striving. Now I look dumb as the vet that tried to play that little move. You understand? So I would just say, bring a little bit of you to it. You understand? You don't always have to do it, because then people know who you are once you've done it. Kick don't need to come out here and tell us his story. We know Kick's story. So he could come out here and just work, but Kick's not new.
He's a Russell Brand lookalike. Sound alike.
Man said a look-alike. He's got some
sound alike. He's Bam says 100%. That's it. right?
Yeah.
100%. Kick says, I'll battle him if he has another battle with someone else. Interesting. So what is that, because you've put your round out there now?
So you want someone else to use the angle first, and then you want to kind of have a fresh approach for him. I respect that.
Yeah,
still
makes sense, I guess.
I respect that.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say, yeah, I'll battle him with the same angle and just try and kill it. Kick say, no, I've already said what I've said. Let him go battle someone. Let them get all the rest off, and then I'll battle him later.
Yeah, and I think he's perfectly entitled to say that. Regardless of whatever reason the battle
kick through to the next round, bro. You can't talk to the losers, bro. That's just how it goes, fam.
Yeah,
that's it. You watch your through, man. Can't talk to no losers now.
And yeah, he's also got another battle to think about. He's got the semi-final coming up. I saw a comment actually that asked, Crumpet says he's watched too much twerk / murder. Literally said the remotely close bar from twerk. Was that twerk bar?
I've heard the remotely close bar from someone else though. I don't know who it was, but he's right though. I've definitely heard that.
Maybe it was twerk. Yeah, Crumpet saying twerk said close. It. Yeah. Oh, now you say it in. Yeah.
You just heard it right there.
Yeah. Well, you kind of said it with more a twerk inflection. So yeah. Who have you got in Kick Nelly versus Nux? I cannot give predictions like that. I must keep a certain.
I think Kick. I think Nux is going to be hard for him against Kick. What is that? Who they're battling next? The next round. It's going to be kind of hard for him against Kick. I think. Yeah, it's going to be hard for him because Kick is a bit more seasoned. Let's just say that. He's in other tournaments. He's been doing it. Nux is kind of still finding himself a little bit each battle, figuring out what to do, what to say, what not to say. Kick, as we see, has got more paperwork than a lawyer. You understand? So it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. Next round, Kick versus Nux and Whispers versus Benny P is the next round.
I think that is the clash so far of this. Because
Whispers versus Benny P.
Secretly, because Benny P is the best angler in the competition. Like he's the best angler in the competition for what I've seen so far, innit? It's between him and Kick for me. But I think Kick has got lots more facets to what he can do than just angling. Whereas I think Benny P has just got that flow, that kind of style, and then how he approaches it. It's always an angle. It's always an angle. Punch within the angle. So I think against someone like Whispers, who's very punch heavy, it's gonna be mad. It's a similar situation here as IAMAB and Kick, but the difference is Benny P can't do all the stuff that Kick can do. And I'll say because he's just coming up. I know he's been battling for a while and whatever in it, but he's gonna elevate in different arenas and stuff. Salute to D-Mac in the building.
Shout out D-Mac. Midnight gang, get your midnight snacks.
Come on. That's how you know D-Mac said demon, He didn't even turn up till it was after hours. Everyone else turns up early. This nigga turns up when it's late. You're up still. Right, I'm ready now.
Fucks with D-Mac. Heavy. Shout out to you, D-Mac. I would agree, but I do think there's something that Benny P has that Kick doesn't have. I feel like both of them do humor.
Yeah.
And both of them do it quite well in an authentic way. There's something about Benny's delivery of humor that is drier. It's a little more sarcastic. It's a little more, and he'll throw in humor where he'll throw in also some real talk lines.
Yeah.
Like some things that are funny off the back of some shit that's like really, really real. Like, so you feel it and then you laugh about it. Yeah. Sinister, right?
He's got the evil edge to him. That's what it really is.
Champ in the building. Unan, how you doing? We were talking about you earlier, saying the nicest of things. The nicest
flowers
of things.
Here, bro.
Flowers. If you want to pull up, if your Wi-Fi is allowing it, then pull up. We'll give you your flowers in personal. And post the link again. You know how it goes with Family Gang. This is Sunday night. So, if anyone wants to pull up, anyone wants to come and talk about the topics, introduce a new topic, then, come pull up. Connor Crumpet says, Whispers versus Kick final. Either way, all four battlers deserve plates in the future. I would definitely agree with the latter part of your statement. I think the process has really shown us another sort of, a new class. Shad, a new class. Go and check out my new class shows. There's a playlist on my channel, and go and see if did I get the new class right? Did I predict well who the new class would be, who would be doing shit this year? I think I might have got it right.
Did. I think it's time for the new ones.
I think I might have got it right, but it is time for a new class, and definitely
new class 2, bro.
No News Chat have been really this tournament has shown.
You should. I know it's about the process, but you should add some of the guys that are in Premier.
I'm about to. I think because I think the academy definitely suffered last year from lockdown. I think it wasn't the strongest academy year. However, the growth that we've got coming through Prem, still the strength of their roster, like the strength of the quality of what they're putting on. We're on Undisclosed 4 at the moment. Like what Stro has been doing over there with the Undisclosed series.
Salute to the capo,
crazy, man. Yeah. Crazy. We've got some great battles. I cannot wait to see this last batch. The things I'm hearing about DARPA versus Red Wolf, the Shuffle versus Nugget battle. I mean, this is not new growth necessarily, but from the last Undisclosed card. Plus, what was the other crazy battle on that card? I don't have my notes in front of me for that, so I can't remember.
It's just consistency.
That's it.
That's really the point of what's going on here. So like there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of faces. Even at the last process, what was funny, I don't know if you remember this year, but outside there was a couple dons that came. I think they might have been some text people. I don't know. Obviously, all of them young ones. I don't know whose friend is who with them, because they got a lot of love for each other. So it's like his friend is his friend now and all this. But I noticed there was like maybe 3 dons, and they was literally just standing up, just randomly spitting things like, yo fam, like you gotta be like this fam, like when I come through the bucket, and then like his friends like, nah bro, you gotta drop it like, and it's like I hear man say, raw fam, you man need to sign up to the process, like what are you doing bro? Like I won't tell you who that was, but you might know the voice of that. But basically, like what was nice is seeing how infectious it is when the man then watch the process, how they feel after. It's like, raw, I feel like, not to say no disrespect to the battlers, like I feel like I can do it, but you get to understand from the judges afterwards what it takes to do it better. So you're standing in the crowd, you've seen someone do something, you've learned from watching them. Now you've just heard the judge say, yeah, that what you did there was good, but if you can add this and this and get rid of this, so you can come out of it as a person that's never battled, knowing what you need to do going into it. That's the beautiful thing about the process, isn't it? So
I've seen a lot of comments talking about how sort of a developmental process it is, and how
100%, man has to represent, man has to recognize that No News Chat is a developmental league. Understand? No News Chat will build to a place where it's a star-studded superhero league with the same people it's developed. But at this stage, it's a developmental league. That's why, for me, I'll be honest with you, No News Chat versus Premier Battles, I don't even really see the point of it. If I'm honest with you, don't see the point. It's 2 different leagues with 2 different aspects. One of them is Premier Battles, where they're putting on the big leagues in the country. The other league is basically focusing on rebuilding the whole talent pool of battle rap in London and UK. You understand? It's 2 different things. One of them's trying to blossom, the other one's trying to compete.
I see the point of it. If depending on the angle that it's approached,
it should have just been a joint card. I think it should have just been a joint card to where now people on No News Chat can celebrate a Premier Battles battle. People on Premier Battles can celebrate a No News Chat. That to me is more of a rebuild. But coming together, bumping heads, that makes sense business wise. But why now?
Well, even now, I think it can make sense, and it does make sense if it's approached in the right way. Not for me to tell anyone how to approach their business or to handle their business.
I don't think it's being approached in the right way. Personally,
it's got a little hostile recently. got a little. I jumped on the timeline. Was it Friday? I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Yeah, it was my first. It was the first thing I saw sort of on waking up, and I was like, oh my god,
I'm out.
Yeah, this is not hashtag rebuildy. Like, I'm not getting good vibes from this, and I'm as mixy as they come. I'm all here mixy drama shit, but it was just a bit too.
I feel like if I was to jump out of the window wearing a no loose chat fucking face mask and hoodie right now, it would affect the perception of me going into my battle on Premier Battles right now. That's how I feel. Now, whether or not that's what it is, Apex. I go by my instinct. You understand? If I'm right, imagine I put some diss tracks out and I'm talking about Shotty and Breaks and all this, and I think I'm gonna go to Apex and be liked and loved by who? This is the state we're in. This is why I say this shit's divisive. We're trying to be able to go back and forth both leagues, right? Okay, so what the fuck would I look like?
I mean, he was one of those as well. Just about to know these chat. I mean, he hasn't yet, but
come on, man. All of this, it's dead. It's dead. It's separation.
Bam saying, right, based on that last interaction between Shotty and Tally on Twitter.
Cool.
It's like, well, you are meant to be selling them tickets. They didn't set it up in London. The majority of tickets need to be sold via Manchester's talent.
But it's cool.
Train to Manny isn't cheap. They should have held it in London.
Or halfway, bro.
So most of No Loose Chat won't even bother turn up, whereas it could have been down in London. You make a very valid point. But it's like also, for me, it's very difficult to sort of see how you can say, I am the star power here. I bring all of the weight, like, which is kind of what, the I am bringing eyes to this. I am the draw.
Yeah.
And then say, but you're not selling the tickets. It's like, but you've kind of led with, I am the draw here. So if you know you're the draw, then why do you I don't know, but it just was nasty. It wasn't.
I just feel
it was hostile. It was kind of hostile. The talk between the two of them.
Unnecessary. I just feel like so far, even the diss track thing has been cool.
It's this, even the diss track. Yeah, it's been cool. It's been a lot, but it's been cool. But it's these latest comments from Shotty and Tally.
It's a bit crazy.
They want it now because they say, see No Loose Chat on the rise and want to beat them back down. I don't see it like that.
I'm starting to look at it and think to myself, all right, then cool. Think about it like this year. I see a man saying things like, raw, like if I want, I can put light on people. Is that you?
I don't know. It's not me. It's my son. It's my son.
Okay.
I mean, I should answer that.
Last week I got crucified almost. Like, what, your phone's ringing? This time there was somebody that was in desperate need of medicine in a desert, and I had to go and get there. And they made me feel bad about it. Unfortunately, RIP, they didn't make it. But this is because of Jen. You understand?
Can I say I'm a hard taskmaster?
Fuck it.
Prem have a bigger allure than No Loose Chat because they have more prestige and star power, but what No Loose Chat is doing is more important.
It's the future.
Again, we don't have to pit one against. We don't have to put the butt there.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to put the more there. You can say it's a fact that Prem have a bigger allure. They have more prestige and star power, What No Loose Chat is doing is important, without being divisive. Like, there's too much kind of like more, it's already era versus era. It's already Prem versus No Loose Chat. Like, it's already, you're gonna get the battles already. So the kind of I guess you're gonna get the divisiveness from the fans. Maybe
I hear that, but I feel like that should just be left to the fans. I don't feel like I don't want to see the bosses talking funny about each other like that. I want to see them in an office somewhere sitting back laughing, drinking fucking wine. Like, right, look at this, what we created.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Like, they're going to buy all these t-shirts. Like, that's what I want to see, some boss shit. But what I'm seeing is kind of emotion and people getting upset. And that's not a good example. I don't think that's rebuilt.
I would kind of agree to an extent. Produce YD definitely whispers. and elevated Black Tea and Moke from obscurity. I don't know that they were in obscurity,
Yeah,
but
that's
that's a bridge too
do you know what
far.
it is? He's very poetic though. I fucks with Kit, but I wouldn't say they were so much in obscurity because they was very experienced based on the work they already put in.
Yeah,
you have to give them that.
And
credit.
within a certain sort of like there were, you know, if you knew about Art of Rap, you definitely knew about what Moke and Black Tea had put in over there. Definitely, yeah. And so within certain circles, you know, they did have a lot of respect, but yeah, granted, it elevated. No Loose Chat is a platform that people are talking about right now. If you're battling on there, if your battle is on there, plus Moke has also battled on Don't Flop. Don't know how much traction that battle got, but then he, you know, was on the next Premier Battles card. It all added to the sort of traction around his name. But yeah, obscurity, I just kind of had to clean it up a little bit.
That's a disservice.
I think there's supposed to be two events. Like, this is it, Connor. Like, two events, definitely. It needs to be a kind of more even-handed thing, because already Prem have the advantage in that, you know, they're the Goliath in this. So to be the Goliath and also have home court advantage, you know, it does put a lot in your favor. If it was a split event, it might, you know, and giving also, if you're saying, you know, you're not selling tickets, well, put it on in London and see how well.
I can make my whole fucking family turn up if it's here.
Listen,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Bam says exactly that. I think you're talking about the two events. Charlie Zoot says most Premier's best battlers started elsewhere, didn't they?
I mean, obviously the whole league, because they've come at a time where Don't Flop have fallen off.
That's it. There was a vacuum, so it would make sense.
They've just picked the best that they could find in the country and just created a league from it.
There wasn't really anywhere else for people to battle, so Premier Battles coming out at that time. Or
you know what? You know, I'll say this: there was Tripped Out and Cold Red. So what happened is Don't Flop split into three, as you know.
Yeah.
But they was the one that said, all right, this is what we're going to do. We are very sure about how we want it. These are the names we're picking.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to do it. We're not doing it the regular way. We're going to do this team thing. And we're just going to have a different...
That's it. Different approach. But then also started the academy tournament as well. So to build and develop their own talent, you know. And that Nick had said here as well, made a great point. Academy 2020 was strong, to be honest. Me, Enigma, Serious Justice, Lester, Graphic, and Bez. Yeah, so and quite a few of those names are still, you know, really doing some shit.
Enigma,
that's it.
You get me?
That's it. Scroll back down. Let me catch up. Did I just see what I just? Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, this is why I don't like catching up. Like, if it was meant to help build up No Loose Chat, then they could have set it up in favor of No Loose Chat more than Prem kind of thing. Right, this is it. It's like, where do you put the, what's the word? What's that word? They use it in golf and other sporting terms. Where do you put the, not aggregate, handicap? That's it. Who do you give the handicap to? And if you are literally the weight and the start, and like, let's be real, Shotty Horror is the biggest thing to ever come out of our thing over here. Like, he's the biggest name.
That doesn't change regardless of the result of the event.
No, that's it. That legacy that's going to be
what it is regardless. There's nothing anyone can do. Listen, you can go in, you can catch Shotty doing anything and go there with the whole angle, 3 rounds. You cannot change his position.
Big facts.
He's where he is to stay.
And also, Premier Battles star power, kind of, yes, they are Manchester League, you know, they're guys, a lot of their roster, the management is based in Manchester, but that star power transcends throughout Manchester. It's not like it sits in Manchester alone. So their star power still applies down in London, whereas with No Loose Chat being, you know, the brand new league, and being London based, they haven't had the opportunity really to sort of get too much word outside of London. So I think a 2-day or, you know, a double header would have been maybe a little more even.
I would have did it in Birmingham, bruv. I would have made it so everyone had to travel.
Or a neutral location. That's also viable. Cray Cooley music. Apologies, I didn't shout your earlier comment. No loose chat looking promising. Happy to see this league develop. Big facts. Kick says, I run my own league. I've battled on both and nothing but love for both sides and will support both sides.
Come on,
yeah,
that's why Kick's the guy.
That's it. That's it. How it has to be. Obscurity, yeah. perhaps a bad choice of words. Also, bam, again, with the promo started way too early, them diss tracks should have been kind of dropping close to the events if it's happening next year.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like they spunked their load a little too early, in my opinion. Like, I think I would have waited until the turn of the year. Oh, it's 2022 now? All right, let's bang on these guys. Cool.
Because now it's gone quiet and slowly turning nasty. That's why I thought I saw this. Jester, how you doing? Salute.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. You had a 2 for one of them judged, and nice to hearing you got every round. Salute to you. Salute. Look how I did double guns there. I don't even know what
2 for 2, isn't it?
I shot myself in the head twice. And looked like a
mind-blowing.
And looked like a fool in the process.
It was mind-blowing.
This is what happens when mummy just gets all cringe. Like,
well done, son. Wow. What the fuck? That's not how we do it, mama. Shit.
Yeah, no, Bam makes a great point. Slowly turning nasty. Yeah, the last kind of few exchanges in the last couple of weeks, it has got a little bit more like, first it was a bit emo, and then it was a bit like, ooh. I can't even retweet. I don't even want to comment here. Like, I can't come I can't come with my murder she wrote tweets when you're talking this greasy. Like, I can't.
I'll say this here. I think in terms, if we're talking business, if I'm a league, and I see another league and they're doing their thing and I'm gonna link with them, my thing is this year. All right, cool. You lot ain't kind of on my level. So here what I'm gonna do. I'm going to help build you, man, up until we go to war. Because I want you to be bigger by the time we go to war. Because at the end, essentially, I want as much people coming to this as properly. So if it means that you need to build up to get to the place where we can all do things, then I'm going to make sure people subscribe to your shit. I'm going to make sure people watch your battles and get in line with your battlers. I'm going to give your battlers credit. I'm going to make sure that people know, right, he's a warrior. Even if inside I feel like my guys will smoke you. I'm going to make sure everyone knows that everyone involved in this is worth your time. It's worth your investment.
Because that was the sort of the spirit of the inception of the event, right? That's how that's how the event sort of came about, or that's what the talk was at the beginning. And of course, this is battle rap, so we don't fucking hold hands and do the kumbaya shit. But when you balance the battle rap with the business and the intention, it just kind of seems like the most sensible way to go about it. And also, like, once you unleash these things to the fans, you can't control how the supporters are going to necessarily react. And when some of them are going so sort of gung-ho,
I think
that's what you want. You want them to be going gung-ho. You want them to be kind of,
you see me here, I'm very aware of not reinforcing certain people's opinions on other leagues and other battlers. If anything, I try to always, as a battler, look at it like, right, that's one of my colleagues, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, he lost that one, but he won that one.
Yeah, but they kind of have to balance the fact that they are about to. It's a balance, right?
It is a balance, but my thing is, I don't have to stop you from having your opinion, but I shouldn't be adding to it. Or I shouldn't be like saying things that you can run with. I should always be about the business of it myself. That's how I feel, innit? Yeah. So like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, fuck these man, they like, say for example, I lost to Matter. I'm not trying to be online on some, like I got robbed from Premier Battles, robbed me. No, I lost. You understand? I don't even feel like I got robbed. I feel like I didn't do what I was supposed to do in it. But if I have some emotional thing and I'm saying, they robbed me, I know there's a bag of man that are gonna be like, yeah, fuck them man there, bro. That's not, they robbed you on that one. They're waiting to be divisive. The only thing that stops them is my professionalism. Do you understand? Like, and that's all I'm saying, that I think everyone who's talking about this versus thing should be on just being professional, bro. Like, go, if you're emotional, let's keep that offline, innit? Let's do that in some private chat and get that right, and then we can go back online and not give the because slowly you're making people bubble up inside, and it's gonna get to the point where man's at the show and people don't want to give man no love, and people want to, you know what I'm trying to say, all this type of funny shit. We want to have a good show, right? Fun, look good on camera, everything, right? Everybody's cheering for everybody, everybody's enjoying everybody's verse. That's what we want. But we're not building that right now. We're building that area where it's looking like you're gonna go someplace, it's gonna feel like, oh, they're from out of towns here. Well, we're not gonna let
like
them.
yeah, one
it's
of
that
them
type
like
of feel, like
one of them football matches where it's like, let me try to think of a like where it's
tribal.
What's one of them matches where, you know, the police come out in riot gear? Yeah, not even just a derby though, but a derby with like Millwall or something. Like
Millwall's gone to, like, let's say Everton or something in a cup match. So, or Liverpool in a cup match. So you got the Scousers and you got the Millwall people in the same place.
Or so, like, even like,
so the whole of Liverpool's coming to that match because they know that these men are usually on smoke and they want to fight all the time. So everyone's coming out today, and whatever they do, we're fucking them up. If it's a fist fight, we're bringing poles.
That sort of thing. Cambridge, but Millwall away. That's it. That's
Millwall away.
Millwall away.
There you go. Any team, Millwall away.
West Ham versus Millwall. I used to steward as a teenager for both of those venues. West Ham versus Millwall. Oh, I was trying to think of a Millwall match where I knew it was just like, oh fuck, please don't let me work this. And then you get your roster and you see your timetable, you see, Jen, you're booked for this one, and it's like, oh
fuck. I've got a period pain instantly. I'm not going in.
No, it's like, it can't be that bad. That was my first time. It can't be that bad.
No, go to the one that Kick said, because I'm originally from Luton, innit? So I know.
Cambridge versus Luton.
Bro, I don't know what this is about. I don't know what this is about, but this one
I think it's about Cambridge.
It might just be about Cambridge, you know. I think that's what it's about, because I've never understood that one there.
Salute CEO NYHD. How
Always
you doing? Much love for you pulling up in the building. Unan says, I don't know if I like the whole versus shit. Talk to me.
I don't know if I like it, bro.
Talk to me. I like it, but only in certain contexts. Why are you not feeling it? Why, Rivers? Why are you not feeling versus? Because
do you know, can I be real? This is my main thing. Yeah, and I'll say this. Yeah, the reason I'm not feeling it is because I love everybody. That's what my problem is. So I can't see people understanding that just because we're doing a versus doesn't mean you can't post the guy's battle. Doesn't mean you can't post the man's fucking freestyle. Doesn't mean you can't congratulate man and ready show people that this is still an industry. Do you understand? If Drake and Kanye are competing for their album dropping on the same day, they're not going to be online talking dirty or
but they haven't got a versus coming up.
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying there's been times where 50 and Kanye have dropped their album on the same day, and as professionals, we're competing, but we're going to still be professional about the competition. We're not going to do dirty things.
But the first time Kanye and 50 had their album coming out on the same day, they made it a competition, right?
Of course.
And I think 50 got his ass whooped.
This was like a conscious thing between them, though.
And that's what I'm saying. That's where the difference is. There is an actual competition. It's not just like one, because fans are always going to kind of pit people against each other. Do that kind of, we are these fans. We don't,
beehive and
so we're kind of gonna, even if you're not directly against the opposition, you're gonna laud it above the opposition as though we are better. But this is a direct competition. And I think for me, because I often see, I often have to talk about battles and stuff where it's two guys who I fuck with equally, or it's like my divisions are split and I have to promote equally, I have to talk about equally going into it, and then afterwards I have to kind of speak fairly. But I don't think just because it is a versus that it necessarily has to be hostile or it can't be advantageous. I do think it really can be, and I'm here for the
I just, like I say, if there's a professionalism that can be kept and all the little silly petty things can be washed to the side, then something beautiful can happen with this whole thing. But I just feel like we're both part of the same thing. Yeah. We want this whole thing to grow. Like, look at this now. So imagine battle rap is an elastic band and we wanted to expand. Then we all have to walk out at the same time to stretch it. One person can't be trying to stretch it while the other person's standing still pointing at the other person saying they're this, they're that, the other. We have to both be literally trying to move this thing. Understand? Pushing attention to whatever's going on in the culture that is of value to be watched and to be listened to. Not because we have a division now, that's not worth nobody's time. You understand? I'll tell you this now. If I go out to the States, fuck shit up, build a certain kind of profile, yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back, and what I'm gonna do is highlight everybody that deserves to be highlighted and have more followers and have more people looking at them and have more people giving them the encouragement to be better in what they're doing. Because that's the point. That's the point. I'm not supposed to just build bare people following me and then that's it. I'm cool and I'm looking at people like, yo, like, what you bring to the table? Let me give you something to bring to the table. I'm not gonna be here forever, so let me pass whatever I have on. Understand? You build it, pass some back. Ain't that what we did? I don't know. Like, it's just the way I see it. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm fucking crazy or some shit. But I just feel like if you got like, I've seen Tony D battle everybody. Everybody. Didn't have to do that. The only thing we want from Tony is to see him fly over there and smoke something. Yeah. That's all we want from him.
Big facts.
That's all we want. Please. We will never be like, nah, but Tony, you have to battle such and such a red. There's no one over here that we would look on him and think you should do this and red there, because we know that when it was time for him to jump up, he did that, bro. He did that. All we want is for him to fly over there and kill something. Don't even have to be whoever. He just has to go over there, show them why your Uncle Tone and come back real quick. Obviously, we know it's not gonna happen because you don't like flying or whatever in it, but
don't put it out there. It could still happen.
I wanted to.
That I am Solomon Corner right stage. Maybe it's enough for a trip.
I wanted to. Maybe it's the kind of plane that they've been putting Tone on.
Could be. Give him, yeah.
If you've not been putting him in business class, because if you have, then maybe it's the plane thing in it. But maybe he's been getting economy. Maybe that's the problem. I'm sitting next to a fat woman and a child.
There's a lot of money over there in battle rap right now. Shout out to all the bigger ladies. Unan says it's hard for battle leagues to coexist, so it's like a conflicting thing to explain. But I feel like maybe the diss tracks were sparked because of ego and not promo. Damn, Unan, is that how you're feeling? Shit.
Well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. Still,
see,
I would, because to me, I've always thought Tally sent a shot first. And then Shotty basically replied to it. So Shotty kind of was within his right to reply whenever he wanted to reply. Understand? Now, with this whole league thing and them setting up this battle going on, it made sense for him to reply. Now, anything else that's not between him and Tally, I don't know where none of that comes from. I don't know how anyone else gets involved in these two having diss tracks that they're sending back and forth. You understand? That's my thing. I suppose once man's brushing the whole league, you're going to make people stand up in it. But then to me, it's like, I thought it was between two guys. I don't know where.
Yeah, but that's kind of, I guess, where behind the scenes, the relevant bosses need to maybe step in and kind of direct things from behind the scenes, maybe. I don't know. Not to say that you can,
I think maybe if
these guys don't move of their own accord, but
if the
maybe
diss track stayed between Tally and Shotty, I think the vibe would be cool right now. It would just be between them two.
That's a good point. The only battle that's out. Yeah.
I don't feel like I have an issue with either side because I'm not involved. I've been mentioning a couple tracks, but I haven't put no tracks out or whatever in it. So I think if it was a situation like that where only them man there was going back and forth from everywhere, that would be cool. But you know what I thought about this morning when I woke up? I thought, imagine this. Imagine.
Your opinion.
Do you know who did the right thing through all of this? Bison Briggs. No, Bison Briggs. Sorry,
Briggs, he always does the right thing.
Do you know why he did the right thing? Because he said, oh, let me put an album out. Let me put an album out. Right. Oh, let's pay attention, yeah? Right. I'm going to put an album out. I think if with all the man them said, well, fuck this tracks, I'm putting out a single since there's all this attention. Who makes the best hits? If we said that's the competition, that's how we're going to compete.
Yeah.
I'm putting out a song, nothing to do with battle rap, and we're going to see whose shit gets the most traction in the world. That's what we're doing now. Yeah. I feel like that would have been.
Ain't got time for your little diss tracks.
Yeah, bro.
Right
I've got a show now. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
I'm all having to cancel my battle now, bro. I'm getting more. You want to outbid them? Like, what the fuck?
And it kind of takes it away from the direct personal conflict.
And you can post my shit because I'm not brushing you in it, and you can like my shit because I'm not brushing it. But I get it.
That's it. Yeah, draws a line in the sand, and people attach an emotional response as they feel they have to pick a side. It's deep rooted in our tribalistic instincts and the ego involved with individuals too.
Yeah, that tribal shit you said is real factual.
Yeah. And I think as well, because Premier Battles are the bigger fish in this, they definitely, and they're by far the most known. Like No Loose Chat are brand new, and what they've done in the pandemic. So yeah, it's very easy to say you're going to smoke them without ever having seen a No Loose Chat battle, because you haven't heard them. You might not have heard of their battlers. You might have seen one or two things, or there might be some names that you know, but it's very easy for you to come out and dismiss, and you want to anyway, like you say, because it's tribalistic. Bam says, once more battles were confirmed, then we should have seen diss tracks being rolled out as part of the promo. Yeah, I think that ties in nicely.
Bam, you want a job?
Yeah. I wasn't reaching out, but I was just saying, yeah, I think that ties in nicely with what Rivers was saying. That's it. You keep the dicks,
you keep what?
I'm just thinking about that topless battle. You keep the diss tracks between Shotty and Tally, and then that's it. Once more battles are confirmed, and that makes for a great promo as well. That's it, because you've only got those two going at each other. Maybe a few shots for other people in the league within those two tracks, but you're only hearing from those two until the next battle, and then the next battle.
Yeah, makes sense that way, man.
I don't know.
A lot happened though. It was a highly emotionally charged time. We had the whole post shit as well. So that
and it's easy to sit here and scrutinize and be critical and whatnot of everything with 2020 vision or whatever.
Yeah.
Not to say that it couldn't have been maybe dealt with a little better along the road.
I believe so, but then so could a lot of things, really and truly. I just hope Techie, he put up a post and he said, listen, aside from the little bits and pieces of battle rap, it's great to see not battle rap, but diss tracks. Aside from the little back and forths that are unnecessary, I've loved everything that's been going on so far. Everyone's been rising up, and that's the point of it, really and truly. I'm looking at it like, regardless of what we feel like we're doing, we're all part of the same company, and we're trying to make the company build. So we can't be in the company looking out the window telling people in the company are shit, because then it makes the whole company look shit. We got to be out there telling them how good man is, and then when we get on the stage, we tell man how shit they are as part of the entertainment. You understand? That's the way I see it. All the extra shit, we can keep that offline, bro. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. Set man up a battle, bro.
Oh, bam. We would love that. Sorry, not to cut off what you were saying. I definitely pass for a Sunday roast in the future in person. If that's all welcome, good. Bro. Listen, more than welcome. Seat at the table here with your name on it. Absolutely. No, you're more than welcome. That would be dope. That would be dope. We could get into some really good conversations.
It might have to be one of the couch ones where you just reset
couch one. That's it. Reset everything. We sit comfortably. We get some food in. Yeah, that's it. We get on a vibe for real. I'd love to do that. Yeah, I agree. I think the thing is, it's like the fact that it's very difficult to have like as a battler, as a league, as a whatever, it's very difficult to take an opponent and but they're nothing. Yeah, but they're trash. Well, why did you so you want trash battle? You want an easy win. You're going to brush it. So you just took it for the easy win, because it's not like this was the next on the card or inevitable or a must happen. Like, yes, there was enthusiasm for it, but I think that's because there was a kind of an engineered perhaps enthusiasm for it, and because both leagues are doing great right now. So and because both leagues get on, that's the thing, both leagues have kind of been supporting each other, been fucking with each other. So people feel like in that space something like this can happen because the atmosphere is there for it. Both leagues fuck with each other enough, but I think it's kind of nonsensical to come out and say, I took this opponent, but they're trash. Well, why are you taking a trash opponent?
I just feel like it comes off better when you tell him in the battle that he's trash.
Mm.
Because then it's like, I brought you here just so I could tell you to your face that you're...
That's it. In a battle, I'm expecting you to trash him, but and I expect that battle talk. But I know that I like warriors who take on wars, who go to war. I don't like my warriors punching down.
No.
I like fights. I like even fights. I don't like seeing, if I didn't think this was a card where you could see some real fights where the best of both leagues could be highlighted and promoted, and you take the best of both sides and give it to everyone. If I didn't think it was kind of that, then I wouldn't be as behind it as I am. And I'm not anyone to tell anyone how to do their shit, but it just seems like it's kind of been a let's crush them before they can even start. And it's then like, well, you're kind of quelling the enthusiasm a little bit, because it's like, well, I'm only going to buy into this if I want to see a slaying, unless I don't think it's a slaying. But when one party is so much larger than the other and your voice rings out so much louder, and the event is in Manchester where your voice is super loud, it just kind of, I don't know. And
salute
it's just
to
got
Phil
a bit
Mitchell.
Sour. I was just about to come to that.
Yeah, salute to Phil Mitchell.
Shout out to you. How you doing? Happy Sunday, Phil. Everyone should just come to Beast Anglia. No one has a problem with us. Shout out to Beast Anglia. Nick, when's the next round of the tournament? Put it in the chat. I've been to 2 Beast Anglia events so far. Judged at the first one. I cannot compliment Beast Anglia enough for how much they accommodated me and my old lady bullshit. I was not in the best way, and they did everything to make sure I could come and be comfortable. So I have nothing but love for them. I had a great day at both events. Entertaining battlers put on, got something different from every battle. So shout out to Kick Nelly, shout out to Beast Anglia, shout out to Georgie over there. When's the next round? You are battling Tech in that next round, right?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so looking at November, December. Follow
My money's on Kick still.
Your money's on Kick, yeah. I mean, Kick
I don't think Tech's gonna take it serious, man. I don't think so.
Listen,
because you know what it is. Tech is one of them battlers, where he's gonna take the opponent as serious as he thinks that they are and shit like that. And I just think he looks at Kick like, yeah, but it's Kick though, man. He's not really in top tier like that. So I don't really have to. I think he's got that kind of attitude. So I can't see Tech going there and turning up. But I can see Kick. Kick's a demon still, secretly, you know. Like he's always ready for a fight still. I noticed it still. I noticed it. Man said Penn State.
Penn State. Tell him
to make sure the state of his pen's cool against Kick, bruh.
We're gonna get to that. Unan says, "What if everyone's trash compared to you?"
You do have a point.
You're supposed.
I mean, I do have that problem sometimes.
You're supposed to feel like that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to feel like that. But if everyone was complete trash, then if everyone's trash compared to you, then they're all kind of on an equal footing, and you have to come out and trash everybody, because no one has anything for you. But then you also have to back it up every single fucking time. If you're saying they're trash, I want to see them be trash up there against you. I don't even see it like that. I see it like, like a fight, Jim. Cool. I could be bigger than you at the table. Does that mean that you can't win the fight? Yeah. You can still win. Yeah. That's it.
Still win.
Anyone on any given day, that's it.
Anyone can win. We can't have this mentality.
Big facts, because Unan, it's not like you haven't taken huge losses up there on people who you thought you could, beat. So
at the same time, you've taken wins against people that everyone thought you're going to lose against. You understand? I refer to the shuffle T battle. You understand? You're supposed to go there, be aggressive and lose. You went there and you fucked him up because you changed up the whole strategy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
big facts.
That's the game for me. Like nothing's one on paper. You get me? So when you say that a man's trash, as long as you're lined up to battle him, you still got to battle him, bro. You understand? Better you tell him in the battle or afterwards.
That's it.
So, right, you see, you're trash. Yeah. He was. Yeah. Past tense.
Kicks. Looking at November, December in Cambridge, the greatest city in the country. Listen, we're trying to quash the tribalism vibes. Don't come here with your Cambridge
Do you know what it is though?
superiority.
No, but do you know what? Like, I think what it should be is man shows respect to all of them. So it's like if I go to Cambridge, yeah, that is gonna be the best city in the fucking country when I'm there. It needs to be. You understand? And then when I go to Newcastle, same
Big
thing.
facts, yeah. Big facts. Unan, I read that in your voice.
Said, but like,
he said 100%,
man. Everyone's still trash.
Everyone's still trash.
Everyone's still trash, Jen. Everyone's still trash, Jen.
Jester says Tech will take it seriously and get the W.
I hope that he takes it serious. Then it will be a great battle. Still.
I like to think Tech is. I feel like
I'm
Tech
just saying that because I want him to hear that,
win. Yeah, that's
and I want him to do what he's supposed to do.
If Tech doesn't, this is a really good battle. It's a proper style clash, and both of them do certain things really, really well that resonate with the audience. I think one more than the other has kind of got that a little more polished. But if Tech, let's say Tech has kind of got the higher profile right now. He's a No News Chat champion. He's come through the tournament and won the tournament. A lot of people talking about him. I do feel like he has had complacency issues in the past, and I judged against him in that aforementioned Beast Anglia tournament.
I'm sure you've judged against
because of I think it might only be once, but definitely I judged against him. For
that's
people
real
who
love right there,
might think I'm, a little biased. No, and I think I was the only judge. Or no, it was a 3-2, so it was someone else. But I judged against Tech in what I think is quite a debatable battle, but for me, took him lightly, was complacent. I don't think he will do that to Kick. I think I'm hoping if he doesn't, that's the thing. Kick. If he doesn't respect Kick, Kick will go up there and show you up. Yeah. Show you up in a different way that other people can't show you up. Like, show you up differently. And if you sleep on Kick, he will punish you for it. For sure. For sure. And I think, perhaps for Kick, this is quite a high profile battle, and it's his league. This is my league. Like, I'm not about to.
Man said, you get a Reebok print on your face if you try and sleep on Kick. Fuck you talking about? Bruv. Hey, Kick, let me know, man. Let me know, bro. Let me know, bro. I got you, bro.
Right, love it.
Man, like Kick.
Jester says the whole team is on smoke. Kick is fucking crazy, but he isn't one of us.
Okay, is that how they're talking over there?
Okay, Jester. All right.
You see, as soon as you read that, I remember the shot he sent for me. I said, "Oh, they're arrogant now, yeah. That's what's going on. You don't. Okay, cool. That's all I'm saying. Cool."
Speaking of smoke, where's Surfer? Hold on, where did that come from, Jester? What have I missed?
Jester
and Surfer.
Jester, yeah, you had a great performance, my bro. Yeah, and respectfully, it's great to see the come up and all of that, but just
be easy. Take time.
Pump the brake.
Time.
Just bump it. Just bump it once.
Check time.
Please, brother. Please, brother. Keep that run.
Yeah.
Keep that run, bro. That's all I say. Keep that run. It's good for you. It's good for you, man.
Yeah, I think definitely what I see for Jester right now is a battle with someone of
He's in his
era.
element, bro. He's in his bag right now still. Fucks with it still because, again, I think when I met Jester was against Leicester. And we both didn't have the performances we should have had that day, but we both had good material that day. So when me, him, and Ike was prepping, and we're listening to the material, it was like, yo, this kid is alright still. Like, he's like, I didn't even know Rivers was doing. So I've known his potential since then. So to see him fulfilling it and how comfortable he looked on No Loose Chat and that, beautiful, bro. Love that. I want to see. Long may it continue.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to see the Amity battle. So proud.
Yeah.
So proud.
Amity is cold as well, and
that's
you know,
it. And Amity's not dangerous. Not dangerous. Amity is dangerous. He's far more experienced.
What I've heard from long hair Lyndon, salute her and that. I'm kind of pissed that his material didn't get to go off how he wanted it to. Maybe he made the wrong selection in angle or whatever. But
Yeah, but I would say read the room.
I think, you know what the thing about Amity is? Amity is a warrior still. So what he can do is he can go back to Premier battles and show who Amity is.
I'm sure he will.
He's got that, and he
I'm
will.
sure he will.
Understand?
I'm sure he
and I'm
will.
sure they'll have him back as well. They give him
Big
the shot
facts,
to do what he's supposed to do, and that so is what it is. But
Yeah.
I'm hearing Gizmo lost to Yannick.
He did.
Oh, that hurts, man.
You did.
That fucking
Shout out
hurts.
Yan. Shout out Yannick. Nothing but love for Yannick.
Yeah, but obviously Gizmo,
this is my guy.
that's bro.
This is my guy. I fucks with Giz. And
But you know what it is, yeah? I like hearing that Yannick is having good performances, though. I will say that because I feel like Yannick works hard for people to take him serious, innit? So we have to give him his flowers when he wins, innit? Like, we can't literally just brush it away. Like, he did his thing.
No, yeah, that's what I said. Led with shout out to Yan.
But this is the thing about the division thing. Like, I want to be able to give Yan his credit, even though he beat my brother. You understand? I don't mind. You understand? Credit where it's due. I don't want it to be this line where it's like, oh, they got one of us.
That's it.
I gotta go get one of theirs now.
Yeah,
it's like, no, bro. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, no, and it for me, it definitely is shout out to Yannick because I didn't think. I predicted Giz would take this. So shout out to Yan for coming and getting a win.
Definitely, man.
Like you say,
I never beat Giz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big facts. Yannick works hard. He does, and you can see that he loves this shit. He fucks with this shit. He puts, a lot into it.
Inside and outside of it. Yannick is the type of man who'll do anything for you, bro. Literally, he'll do anything for you. So salute to him, and he deserves his flowers.
No, but love to Yannick. Shout out to you. Well done for the win. Can't wait to see the battle. Actually, like we said earlier, Premier battles are super quick with the VOD.
Yeah, that turnaround is on some shit.
I'm surprised it's not out already. And in fact, let me check Prem and make sure I didn't miss it today.
If I know them bosses over there, they've already got their private group where they've probably been watching this shit already, edited, chopped up, ready to go in it. They're just literally waiting in it.
Yeah, but Prem, so if it wasn't today, I just want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. If it's not out today, let me see if they've got an update on when it will be out. But I imagine it will be if it wasn't. Yeah, I don't think it was today, but tomorrow, I'm sure it will be up there. Definitely go and get that and support because there was supposed to have been some dope battles go down. We mentioned it earlier. Dark versus Red Wolf. Everyone who was in the building was super fucking with that battle. Supposed to be a really close battle. Battle of the year contender, I'm seeing certain people say. So yeah,
I like Darpa still, man. Do you know what it is about Darpa?
Blotter.
Salute to King Blotter, man.
Yeah, salute to you. Thanks for pulling up and tuning in. We
Always,
appreciate
bro.
you.
Come on, man. That's family, like the caretaker right there, Blotter still. But yeah, like Darpa is a man who I've never seen him lacking on energy and effort. I mean, he's had a few shaky ones. I think he had a I don't know who it was against. Ty the Poet, he was a good performance for him, I think, or was that Maverick? I can't remember, but he had one of them where it wasn't so good, but he's had a lot of good performances. But I think because he's a quiet brother, he's kind of slept on. You understand? So, because outside of the ring, you're not making your presence felt enough. I think it kind of got him in this place where it's like, yeah, cool, like you can turn up, you can do your thing and that, but then it's like, so I just think he needs to just, you get me, just be Darpa, you get me, like just start controlling things and doing your thing because I rate him. I think he's good. Like I've always thought he was cool. I didn't really get along with him first and foremost in it because I felt like he didn't really fuck with like the mandem and that. But then I met him and cool brother.
Yeah.
Understand?
I love meeting people in this shit. I love meeting people in this shit who you think like, I don't know that you're my sort of person, and then
you meet them and realize that's my guy. Say no more.
Right.
Alright, let's play a game. In the comments, put the name of someone who before you met them you felt one way about them, and when you met them, you was totally shocked in how they were. Put that person in it.
Feel free to put my name in there. I won't hate you. Yeah, that's
Like, I thought she was
a-
nice, but when I met her, oh my
that
god.
bitch. Yeah, you feel free to, it's a safe space. It's a safe space. Yeah, I think. Let me try and think of who is the person who is most like that who I met. Yanef is probably one of them.
Yeah.
Like I just thought Yanef is maybe a little too overbearing for me, maybe just a little too much. Like, and I'm full of energy, but just maybe a little too much energy. Met him and he was just the loveliest. Like you sense the energy. It's like, oh no, now it all makes sense. Like now I get it. Like now it's of course it's not overbearing.
Yeah, of course, if you're that loving, of course you're gonna have so much to give. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm trying to think of who it is for me still.
Unan, all of you. Is this still the same comments? Nick Dixon. Is that one of the, are you talking about that?
Yeah,
Unan saying all of you. Yeah, shout out Nick. When I met Nick, I kind of feel like Nick was what I expected him. I expected him to be kind of warm, kind of funny, kind of just cool.
Do you know what it is about dreadlocks? Yeah, dreadlocks give an impression of coolness from the jump street, innit? You know you can be cool with the Rasta guy. You could be like, yo, bro, like you could talk to the guy with the dreadlocks, innit? Like, so
good vibes. Yeah, Unan, definitely. I think what was different about Unan when I met him?
Oh, I got one finally.
Go on.
I thought Shocks, the Rebel, was going to be different than what he was when I saw him. When I saw him, his first battle, I said, yo. And when I saw him in real life, I said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I guess what Unan's saying is correct. Once you see someone on camera, it's never going to be the same when you meet them. Like, it's impossible. You're going to meet them and be like, oh, especially if you see, imagine like all you've seen is Unan screaming at someone with his face red. And saying this, that, and the other, and he's sick of living with it. And then you meet him, and he's like, "Yo, what's up? You're right." Yeah, it's like, "Oh, okay, you're all right, actually. Shit, you're cool." So I guess you probably would be able to say that about anyone in this shit, still, really.
Well, no, like I said, I think there are some people who kind of
you can see through it a little bit,
or just they are exactly what I expect them to be.
Okay, like Bracy, for example.
Yeah. Bracy, I think I had an introduction to him before actually meeting him, which completely, let's use the word tainted. Let's just say that word. Yeah. It tainted my perception of him and necessitated a kind of confrontational first introduction. Yeah. After that, we were cool. We were cool after that. But that first.
Salute to Bracy, bro.
Bracy looks like a pirate.
Bracy looks like a what?
A pirate.
But you know what it is? I can see it with the eye patch.
That's hilarious. I can see him with a peg leg. Also, Enigma, aka George Kelly.
Yeah, him.
He was outrageous.
He said some crazy ass shit to meet him, and he's like, "Nice to meet you, man. I'm an author. I write children's books." What? You write children's books?
That's what Bam's saying. He's actually really good, down-to-earth adult and family man.
Yeah, he is. Bro, this guy is a psychopath. If you hear, I'm glad they took his shit down. That would have ruined his life. I'm telling you this now. Like, he has said some of the most.
Like what? Like what?
I don't even want to repeat it on your stream or make these words come out of my mouth. And there's footage of me having these words, and I got to remember that I said these words, but it's already in my mind. It's fucked.
Damn.
Yeah.
So hold on. Both Enigmas have bars that are just completely objectionable, and you don't even want to put those words in your mouth.
No. The first Enigma, has got bars that you can't. You'd have to press mute for me to tell you. Do you know what we should do? We should press mute. Like, we're gonna press mute here, and then you look at Jen's reaction when I tell her my man's bar in it. Yeah, press mute.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm coming from.
Oh shit. Yo, that is fucked up. That is wait. How you gonna write?
Look at what Kick says.
That's what did he said? I think he said that before. Oh, Defo the daughter, but we all know which one it is. Yeah, Jen's. I know which one.
They've heard it, bro.
Oh my god, that's
recently.
The thing.
No.
Oh, what was the reaction?
It's not meant to be online. Oh, because you know what it is? They've put it in compilations.
It's gonna be a clip, right? Of
yeah,
course.
compilations.
Of course, there's gonna be a clip. It's the internet.
Allow it, bro.
It's the internet.
How do you have this conversation? How do you have this conversation?
So, Daddy.
No.
Daddy, I saw this thing.
Daddy as well. Don't ever call me Daddy again. The fuck? Father. Yeah? Jesus.
Mr. Kelly.
You know what I mean?
So, my grandfather's son.
Son of Grandpapa. Peter. Jesus. It's too much, Jen.
Wow.
It's way too much. So this is what I'm saying, that there's an error.
Oh, she saw it on TikTok. Totally unexpected. Probably in between makeup reaction videos or something.
No, and you know, like when she looked at it, it had like 700k views or something already. And that.
Oh, one of her school friends sent it to her. Is this your daddy? George. Just George.
No. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you say, man.
Listen.
You gotta watch what you say, bro. That compilation game is crazy.
That's outrageous.
You think you took that battle down? Nah, bro, I saved it. You know what I mean? That's what the people out here that are saving battles off YouTube. So you can take it down if you want.
Like, that's the thing. Like, people do save battles, but as soon as people screen record everything, and instantly, as soon as you see something that's semi sort of contra, you think, oh, let me take this before it gets taken down,
but
or
that was out,
let me take this clip.
That was out before kind of definitely before TikTok, but before like Instagram video clips was a thing.
Yeah, but even then,
pictures.
I can imagine there were people who were downloading battles. So yeah, even if it wasn't, the sort of with ease that you can do it now. That is the type
of thing that is gonna get recorded the day it releases. You understand? And crazy, man.
Yeah.
I salute to the daughter, bro. That is crazy to have to see. But one thing I will say is this is a time where, what can I say that's shocking that will make the crowd go, ooh!
Thank God we're not there.
That was the time that it was in.
Thank
so
God.
People weren't even, it wasn't like, he didn't mean that. He didn't work consciously, but he knew, if I say this is the most shocking thing I can think of. There was a lot of funny shit, rape bars, this type of kidnap, rare, boom, boom bars. There's a whole bunch of bullshit.
The amount of comments I saw recently which said, God, don't you just remember when rape jokes were cool? Like, don't you just remember the good old days when we could do rape jokes? The amount of comments I saw there recently. Don't you remember the good old days when you could stiff like crazy? Those were not the good old days when your pen was so fucking lazy. Those are not the good old days.
Dead, bro.
2020 was so wild. Thank God this is 9 years on.
It was a different time, man.
That's it. And everything evolves, and everything will have an evolution, right? And a progression and a growth. It's a process. When you have a scene in its infancy, I guess it starts with the sort of lowest common denominator, maybe, depending as well where it's sort of what garden it grows in, let's say, what the soil is fertilized with. But I'm so glad that we're not there anymore.
I think we still have that feeling of shock and awe, but it's more like from the disrespectful standpoint now, rather than that kind of over the edge crazy shit. Yeah. So now what you hear is, if like, I can't remember what battle it is here, but the crowd's going crazy, and the guy starts here and the guy says, your mother when he said that, the crowd went,
yeah,
because it's like, oh shit, he's
Yeah.
gonna say something about it.
Yeah.
It's like that's where the shock and awe is kind
Yeah.
of now in America, kind of where before it was in some crazy, I cut your baby in the bit.
Yeah.
Like people don't really even care if you say these type of shits now like that. You understand? Like it's just like, oh, okay. So you're talking about it like, I don't know, like Arsenal gets away with it because that's him, innit? But for the most part, it's not.
I think it kind of is, but your disrespect has to be creative.
100%.
Like it's so lazy just
100%.
to say the right words with the right person's name and just, you know, fuck, suck, stick, whatever.
I think that's what
it's lazy.
I think that's what Cobra's problem was, because Cobra's shit was not creative enough for what he was trying to say.
We were talking about this earlier. So Kick says it was a different time. Battle rap was a part of the lad drinking culture. Then
We was talking
that
about
culture. That culture still exists, but Jack, the lads don't battle anymore. Bam says, yeah, legit. Nuts models were doing shout outs for battlers back then. Real lad culture vibe. We were talking
literally
about nuts.
That's why the show started so late, because we was having that conversation,
in-depth conversation about that.
How
yeah,
it just monkey barred into
That's
battle
it.
rap and all of that, and became the kind of things that they try to appeal to people that enjoy them kind of jokes and, you know, like whatever, you know, misogyny. Let's say that.
But yeah, I think a lot of it is it's just kind of really lazy now in today's, for me, as someone who comes into it, who I look back at a lot of these things and I have to contextualize them and I have to look at them in the scene, in the sort of lens. I view them, you know, with a today lens, but with the context of it was a different place back then. So many battles I have to look at and think, okay, Jen,
this was back then.
It was a different time.
You know
it was a different time, Jen.
It's almost similar with the music. You know, like when you would listen to early 80s rap, and then
even if you watch early 80s films, like the shit that they could get away with back then.
You know,
it's the same thing. You have to look at things with the context, you know, in the time that they were, you know, delivered. Definitely. Off-stream, check out Get Slated rap battles. Let me write this down. Juki versus Jack Sexton. That just sounds...
Oh my lord.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take that one there.
Okay. That just sounds wrong already. Get slated. Like all of it. It just...
Get slated, man.
That
sounds like some... You know what it sounds like? Some Newcastle, Northeast type. Get slated.
Okay, so for every Lunar C, there was 10 eeks. But
do you remember Eek?
I don't know if I don't remember Eek, but I have looked back on several Eek battles, probably because I've been more looking at their opponent. But even if you look at now Lunar C, if you look back, he may not be Eek,
but he don't translate today.
But
let's be 100.
He still falls into that sort of category. He just raps really, really well.
Luna couldn't do the things he's known for in today's structure.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Advanced far too much.
Absolutely not.
Far too much.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like someone like me probably is only still here because I always try to do more anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier to adapt for someone like me.
Yeah.
But other people that didn't have to do as much, they can't cope with what's going on right now.
And even not to say just that they couldn't do as much, it's just that there was an appetite for that style. There was an audience who didn't want them to do much more than that, much more than, you know, kind of give them the content that they were looking for. So, you know, they definitely did that. Kick says he doesn't translate today. Unan says he'll get smoked unless he can update, you know. It's not as though...
I don't think he can. Because you got to look at it like this year. Before he battled O'Shea, he hadn't battled for a long time. When he battled O'Shea, for me personally, he kind of looked sloppy. Now, we could be like, it's a warm-up battle coming back, but I'm talking about the approach he took, the style he had, the content he was trying to bring to the table. He had a few 1-2 funny things, but by that time it got to that third, it was almost boring. Like, for me personally. I'm not saying on behalf of everybody, but I'm saying it was boring for me. So I just think you're not about to... Now, 9 years later.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It's impossible.
And there will be an audience for it, because Kick makes a really interesting point that I kind of want to disagree with, but metrics, data prevents me from disagreeing with. He's saying he's bigger than every modern rapper combined. Now,
I don't know what that means.
Now, if you mean, just rapper, definitely not rapper,
but
like
the next comment, innit?
So contemporary battle rap doesn't appeal to the masses, but that's because it's got old. I think you mean, if you're still talking about Luna C being bigger, I think you mean as in battle rapper, not because obviously he's not the biggest rapper. So
are we talking about views? Is that what we're basing it on?
And yeah, and if views, no, you have to give that to Shotty. I think international appeal, you have to give that to Shotty still. Biggest name currently, again, I think you still have to give that to Shotty. But Luna C has a legendary from a time where that's pre-Shotty, right? Like,
I feel like Luna is the element that made Don't Flop explode.
Battle rap,
like that's the thing. What he was,
that's it.
He was the element that made it. It's almost like a Mook kind of situation with him.
Yeah,
he made this shit popular.
The smack era shit.
Yeah,
right?
like he made this shit like
penetrating mainstream culture.
100, but then at the same time, let's not forget Luna's coming into a time where that whole lad thing is mainstream culture, and it's hooking into Don't Flop, and it's hooking into battle rap. So it's not hard for him to appeal to them.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It was like where it was the perfect storm, innit?
That's it. Yeah. Kick saying when I was 16, no one watched battle rap, but everyone knew who Luna C was.
I don't know, because I watched
my
battle
mum's
rap.
fave. But
I was watching battle rap before I knew who Luna C was.
Yeah.
I knew who was.
Yeah.
And what's his face and Possessed and them and they before I knew who Luna C was.
But there's an audience who clearly that's their introduction.
Yeah.
Or that's where they sort of became familiar with, that was their entry point type thing.
100%.
And just from, I wasn't here when any of these people sort of came through.
I feel like that audience ain't here no more. That's why it looks like how it looks.
However, there is a large audience who is here for it. And this is what I'm talking about, metrics and data. If my channel, and just looking anecdotally at my channel, just looking at what the potential of a Luna C Funky D battle, the energy that, like Luna C, my views on those Funky D Luna shows are through the roof, like far outweigh anything else on my channel, and especially the Luna stuff. I think my interview one-on-one with Luna has doubled the views that my interview with Funky D does. And I don't sit down and look at views and analyze and shit like this, but just to me, it was so interesting how much energy there's still, like how many views Luna C battling, having that comeback will generate, and that's it. And I think part of the reason is he does have this legendary status for a lot of people who are not necessarily today's everyday day-to-day fans. They still fuck with battle rap, but maybe they fuck with Luna C style battle rap. Maybe they fuck with that old Don't Flop style, and right now Don't Flop are dead in the water, so there's nothing for them to get energized about. So Luna C comes out and is able to engage all of those fans. And I don't think it's just fans of his music career. It's not just fans who don't who are only, fans with him because of his sort of music. But when, the amount of interest, him battling just on the timeline, a Luna comeback, the amount of people who have called him out over the years, definitely, there has to be a reason why 400,000 people on Don't Flop aren't turning up for most modern battles. And that's going to be because of the Luna boost. I'm turning up for most modern battles. And that's going to be because of the Luna boost. So are you saying, the absence of Luna? Oh, forget Mark Grist. Don't forget Mark Grist was huge for the channel too. Okay, so you're talking about, okay, back then. Okay, yeah, got you.
So what you're saying is that there was literally a boost in subscribers that a lot of man benefit from, whereas if they didn't have them subscribers before their battle dropped, it would have been a different thing.
Okay.
But there's no like every single battle this guy's got on his own on the channel, million views up, million plus. That's just it. Like there's no two ways about it. The only thing that doesn't have them views is like his 2-on-2s and shit like that. Understand? So
that just says more, speaks even more to his individual star power and what he as an individual brought to it. Yeah, Luna. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I see with like my interview with him is at 1.7k views. The face off with it, or not face off, but him and Funky D, 1.8k views. Funky D's interview, 720 views. Like, I don't get views like that, and they're not huge views, but just me seeing that much interest in something on my platform was just like, wow, Luna is a huge draw. And I think the fact that he hasn't maybe battled recently makes him enables him to sort of maintain that legendary status, because we haven't seen you fall from grace. And also we want to see you come back and win. And there's a lot of people who, like I say, don't, and they certainly don't consume the content on my channel, but they're not necessarily here for what's going on today, but they're here for Luna C.
No, I'd agree.
Kick says they're not here, but at BA events, 80% of our audience have never had any exposure to battle rap. It's the old style that they enjoy the most. It's simple, engaging, and fun. When you say old style, what do you mean? Simple, engaging, and fun.
Freestyle, dissing, mum jokes, more humor based. Is that what you mean?
Is that what you mean? Casual, mainstream appeal, maybe nostalgia too. Definitely nostalgia 100%. Vibes. Would agree with that. Which is an introduction that allows them to jump into the rabbit hole of battle rap. I 100% would agree with that as well. If you can cast kind of a huge wide net, and you know, the bigger the net, the more likely you are to an extent, because sometimes a more targeted way of fishing can secure the ones who are likely to stay. That's a big conversation.
My thing is, how many people do you think in this country prefer?
Let's see.
What is it?
With no Luna battles, there's no reason for, say, 300,000 people to watch the battles anymore. So if you're on a platform with 400,000 viewers and you brought 300,000 of them and you're not there anymore, people don't buy into what you've got, because a large portion of that audience might have been,
I always felt like that of Don't Fuck, like you lot never kept your superstars and kept them building. You spread yourself way too thin, tried to get so much people involved, and it's just become out of control. I feel like it got diluted when fans started to just jump up and want to be battlers and get thrown in. That's when it just got too diluted.
See, and that's not so. Phil says, I'm not sure what it is, but my mum loved his battles and she don't fuck with battle rap. I think Luna's brand of battle rap, that style, which he is very, very, very good at, like he's highly skilled at. It's not as though he does this special little one thing that nobody else does. And so people are fans of him because there's no one else kind of doing that style. There's lots of people who do that style.
It's like
very few people.
It was lyrical stand-up.
That's it.
Lyrical stand-up.
Yeah.
You see you see like a stand-up set, how beautifully it is engineered and put together. But imagine this lyrical now. That's what he did. Very kind of sometimes deadpan with it, very sarcastic, but he was very
relatable.
That's it.
Yeah, super, super relatable and digestible.
I think Luna should have tried to go into TV from the battle rap thing. I think music might have been the wrong direction in it. Not to disrespect his music.
Yeah, but them kind of, you know, them satirical type shows where humor, fast wit.
I think
fast wit
that could
is
have been
essential.
Him.
Yeah,
that could have been him.
Yeah.
Even if he was writing behind the scenes and putting shit together, I feel like that could have been a lane for him, because that's what I think his thing was, and that's why I say I don't think nowadays it's gonna fit into what's going on. It would just look weird.
Charlie Zoot makes a good point. Some of these battles getting 700,000 on TikTok for Georgie versus Bobby. Battles are too long for the non-battle fans. Is that clips from that battle though? I think with TikTok it's clips, right? You've got some sort of moments, and I do see across the board some clips, like TikTok clips, where I see occasionally a battler will post, hey, I didn't even know, like I've just gone viral on TikTok with this thing, and it will be a one clip from a battle, the 30 seconds where you had that big moment or something. And I think you make a great point with, you know, the attention span of people. And I think there are various kind of ways around that, but also unless you make everything, unless you fast food everything, unless you make everything so convenient that it's, you know, palatable for all audiences, then you can't get around that. Like, you're not going to dilute it to the extent where each battle is 90 seconds and that's it. You've got 90 seconds to get your shit off. I don't care how much of a writer and angler, you know, whatever you are. I don't know.
I was talking to my sister today, and my sister said, bro, I have to watch your battle in installments, bro. It's like, the first thing she said, it's too intense now. I just don't know how you lot are so thick-skinned to hear each other talking like that. That's one thing. But the second thing was like, and it's not that it drags too long, but it's like, after I hear a round, it's like I need to go and do something. It's a lot to take in. I've rewound it, I've listened to it. I can't listen to the whole battle.
That is a point. Bam also says, yeah, when you look at what works, epic rap battles of history, celeb rap battles, loads of those things use elements of the culture, but make it mainstream, appealable. Yeah. Big facts. Well, we've said lyrical stand-up. Kick says, I think a lot of battles back then missed the boat with that back in the day. Okay, yeah, it's clips. It was such a massive vehicle to jump onto other mediums.
Facts.
BA are going to try this. Love it. Love to see it. I definitely think there are. You do want to capture that mainstream, wider audience who aren't involved with the day to day. They don't need to know. They'll watch the face off. They'll watch the battle. They might watch a post battle interview or not, but they don't necessarily care about that. They want to be entertained and they want to see, you know, a battle, and they'll tune in.
Do you know what worked
for that?
Do you know what worked well with longer battles? You see, when there was like this, I don't know what was going on, but there was this time in battle rap where graphics was real big. So a nigga said something and the words will come up, or he said something, the glass will smash, the gun will bang. Like, so I think if you can make it, because this is the kind of short attention span we're dealing with. People need all of these little extra bells and whistles to keep them engaged. Because basically, essentially, I'm standing in front of someone rapping to him. If while I'm rapping, it's like a music video and shit's going on, and the production is that high and shit, it will keep people engaged in, I think.
See, but I think you also have to honor, you have to honor the fans who are here for longer form content, who are like, you have to kind of,
they deserve to keep getting that content.
Yeah, that's it. So I think when you're talking about that, you kind of have to look at different avenues for different content, or different leagues that you go to for different things. And maybe certain leagues are the bigger mainstream draw, or the bigger sort of wider audience commercial appeal. I don't know, but you definitely don't want to desert your core.
I feel like
core.
Dolph did that. Where people expect a certain brand of battle rap, and they stop seeing the names that they became accustomed to, and it's just like more and more we're seeing it's just becoming filled out with a bunch of randoms that we don't really like anyway. It just becomes unappealable.
Yeah, I like this idea. No intros, one round compiled of the best 1 minute, then 30 seconds. I don't get that. So I thought you were talking about editing. I'm not sure what you mean here. What is my son doing in the kitchen? No intros, one round compiled of the best 1 minute, then 30 seconds. All A1 content, less than 5 minutes.
Don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I do think sort of packaging things as a way, you know, condensing things as a way of getting people in, as a way of sort of using that as bait almost to draw that, you know, casting your net so that the people who will fuck with, because battle rap isn't necessarily that. And if that's what you want, then that's not what is across the board. So
the investigation look, you know.
Did you just hear my back? Damn.
Is that your back?
Yeah.
Chair?
No, that was my back.
Jeez.
Oh, it was a planting. Come here.
I just asked you if you wanted.
I didn't see it. I didn't realize what it was. Thank you.
Yeah, let me take a look. Thank you, bro.
What am I saying? I'm blinded by sweet planting goodness. Yeah. I think using that as a cast, as a net to kind of trap people in who want to be here for the wider content is great, and also just for providing a service, for servicing those fans who don't want a 20-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute battle. You know, they want bite-sized content. They want to be entertained. They want to hear some jokes. They want to see some people get dissed. And that's all they want.
Maybe it needs to get broken down into rounds again. You know, like the old school smack where they put a round up and then you waited for the next round.
I don't think so, because I think when you're trying to appeal to an audience who isn't there yet necessarily, this is the Netflix, like this is the box set.
Yeah.
Or the is it box set? The you know, this is the, we want to log on to, we want to be able to watch binge watching. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is the binge watch era. So I don't know. And also battle rap moves so fast that if you give me one round of a battle this week, I cannot guarantee that by the time it drops next week.
Yeah. I wouldn't even drop it the next week. I'll drop it sooner than a week, you understand? But then that fucks the whole schedule up. What else is coming? It's one of them headaches though. It's one of them headaches.
Okay, so basically condensing a compilation into a battle. I think that's great to get people to know new battlers. If you're trying to get me to know an up and coming, like you're giving me a tournament battle, a tryout tournament battle, or you're giving me a PG battle, tryouts, whatever, something like that, condense it. Yeah, because, you know, a lot of those guys aren't good. 90 seconds, all 3 rounds, like they're not. But that doesn't mean that they don't have good bits about them, or, you know, I wouldn't be more inclined to watch their next shit if you showed me a sanitized version, let's say. But at the same time, I don't want to see Rivers in some condensed compilation. Are you out of your fucking mind? No.
That whole movie, bro.
Like, do you know how hard he, you know, worked to craft those? Do you, like, and I don't want to see it in 90 seconds either. Like, there are certain things I do, and I think it's a real skill to be able to say what you want to say in those 90 seconds. But I don't need all my battles to be that bite-sized. But I do think it is a great way.
There is a space for them.
It's a great way. That's it. No, I agree. Totally agree. Totally agree.
There's a space for it.
I totally agree.
There's certain heavyweight clashes where we're gonna need more than 90.
Yeah, no,
it's
for real. That's it for new guys particularly.
If they gave Kick more than 90 to do what he was doing there, bro, fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Understand? I feel like Kick had to decide to spread it across his shit, whereas if he had longer rounds, he could have just hit the material, the content, the bars, the angle, the approach, the rhymes,
spread it though.
The lyrics. I said let him fill apart. Anyway, all I'm saying is Kick,
I'm incorrigible. I'm sorry.
Kick, if Kick had longer rounds, he could have literally made that one of the rounds and then had 2 other approaches in it. This is why I prefer like longer rounds, innit? There's more you can do.
I know. I definitely agree though that condensed sort of
That should be when
Yeah.
you're coming up.
Yeah.
Literally, like you
Yeah,
coming
for
in.
the new guys,
Yeah, we're not trying
to
to
get the
kill you.
best of new guys and to also kind of give you that bite size, or even to promote certain battles, even if you still have your full 20-minute, 30-minute, 37-minute battle on the channel. If you have a condensed bite-sized version of that battle, like, that's a great way to market your content, that people who don't fuck with you already are far more likely to invest in than a whole, because people, like you said, short attention span.
Yeah, I think for a big fight though, yeah, it comes down to the promo for it, innit? If you can really go hard with the promo, you build so much kind of interest in the fight that a lot of people will just be invested in it. You understand? But it all depends on how hard both parties are going with the promo, innit? Because you can get people invested into a battle that's a long battle. You can. I've seen it.
So yeah, this is a great kind of conversation. Charlie Zoot says, I love the longer form of battling, but when battles are 45-minute long and I send it to a mate who has never watched battle rap, they just think that's too long. That's why the TikToks go viral. Exactly that, because they're the short attention span. But also it's like, all right, how do the battlers get paid off of TikTok clips? How do they build an audience who supports with them and fucks with them? And I guess over here it's not so much, but who then buys into their music and their merch and their other things that they do, who then supports them in other ways. Like, it's like you might have 1 million views, but you don't have a supporter there necessarily.
It's like you have to just,
you've got eyes,
you've
got attention, you've got some views, but how do you then bring that to battle rap?
It just seems like a revenue generator, to be honest.
Well, what, TikTok?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Because I'm sure you can monetize TikTok.
Yeah, but who monetizes? I don't know how to. I have no idea how to.
Because there's people that I'm hearing that are basically getting rich on TikTok by putting up shit, and it's pretty same things as even Instagram now. You can monetize. You can monetize, and the views count on your.
Yeah, I'm sure TikTok is monetized, and that's what I'm saying. But who is capitalizing on that? Kick saying have a dedicated channel for both. Yeah, that's kind of exactly that. You put out your content for the fans, but then you also put out your net. You cast your net on the platforms that you cast it, but you control that. That's you, that's your platform, that's your TikTok or whatever you do for that digestible content. And so that the people who not only want the 5-minute battle or the 40-second viral clip, they actually want to see, hold on, what the hell is this thing? Let me go. And it's very easy for them to go and access your other content via the platform that you've brought them in on. Bam says, I like the way you're thinking, Nick. Like, honestly, unless it's a main event, if you can't do 60-second rounds, because the worst thing is 60-second becomes 90s become 2 minutes, and 3 minutes become 4 minutes. I kind of agree, but I do think there's a lot of stuff that I want to see. Even if you can do it in 60 seconds, I'm not satisfied with a minute. I don't want no minute man. Like, I'm sorry. A minute isn't enough for me. I didn't come out of my house unless you're giving me like 40 battles in a day or whatever, or 15, maybe 20. I kind of want more. A minute isn't enough. If I was to watch a 6-minute battle of fire, unless you follow it up with, and even then it's like certain things I want you to develop on, and I don't know that you can do it in 60 seconds. Not everyone can. Yeah, not everyone can.
Putting together that material, selecting which bars, and like formatting your rounds and all that, that's all part of the process.
Internet format and internet changes and evolves. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I spent a 14-minute round against Disaster.
Yeah, that's facts. You beat Disaster, bro.
Got to change with the times. I would agree, but I do think, like, right now, it's easy for us here in the UK to say, got to change with the times. What we're doing isn't working. but if you look at Red Bull Battalion, what do they do with their rounds? That'd be interesting, actually. I think that's probably right now the biggest, the Spanish league, and then also the Philippines. Like they, if we're looking globally, they also draw huge audiences. But so I don't know those facts.
Flipped up.
Yeah. And then also the
Russian thing.
You got the Russian thing, you got the Philippines, you've got Spain. Like they just put on a huge event with Red Bull Battalion. I think it was the largest event in the world. And in Spain, like you've got battle rap millionaires as it's just a regular thing. Like they're absolute superstars. So I don't know how they do it. But if you look at what's going on in the States right now, they haven't much evolved. And you've got a lot of 3-minute battles. You've got some 30, 40-minute battles that fucking hell really shouldn't be. But then you've got others which are absolute wars and classic, and you know, the market is there, the fan base is growing, they're making huge money, and that's across the board. Like, you know, look at RBE, look at King of the Dot with their season 1. I guess they've got 2.5-minute rounds. King of the Dot season 1, they've got 2.5-minute rounds. Guys have been going longer and they're coming back to cutting it down. But I don't look at a King of the Dot battle, the S1 battles, and think this is too long or it's not engaging. It's not captivating, depending on who's battling.
Also,
but I agree.
Yeah, can I
gotta
add
change?
Can I add here? Are we gonna act like we are living in a time where we cannot just scroll forward on the battle we're watching? Because that's what the fuck I do. When I see 45 minutes, I scroll to the first round, then I watch that, then I scroll to the next round, and I watch that.
Certain times you're asking too much of people, because when they see a 40-minute battle, they're not clicking on it to do all of that scrolling.
I don't feel like you've got the attention span to be a battle rap fan then.
Well, but like, this is what I'm saying. This is the balance, right?
Respectfully.
What are you? So, what did I just see? So, Kick here is saying it's easier to monetize a TikTok channel than a battle league in 2021. Surely it is. But do you want TikTok fans? Do you want fans who fuck with you because you're hot on TikTok and nothing outside of that? Or do you want to build, like, do you want to kind of, like, this is a culture. It's not, you can't, I cannot envisage a way in which bite-sized battles can like, that's the next evolution of this thing. And if it is, you have alienated a large part of your current audience and the potential audience. If we're talking about this country here, the potential audience that you haven't even got yet, or that you've already lost. Is that the way to get them back, or do you not care? And it's just about...
No, I think you can do both. I think you could create a bite-sized little thing. You can benefit from that. You can build a fan base there, and you could still be a battler and do the other thing on your side. But what success you go over there doesn't translate to the other side, because them man, they are not watching you when you have your big bout. They're gonna wait for you to come back and have your little 1-minute thing. They're not gonna watch like your big matches against the big names that want to go the distance, and that's too much for them.
Agree.
So on one hand, you can build a fan base, but that will be what they are, a fan base of.
And like, that's it. It's like, so what you're saying is basically revolutionize, make it so you conform to the market so completely that you give them exactly what it is they want, and you give them these bite-sized battles in bite-sized format, and disregard everything else. I agree with this. Ultimately, it's on battlers to transform themselves into influencers. Big fact. If battlers,
beyond battle rap,
if battlers themselves were a bigger draw than just, you know, battle rap fans, it's on battlers to kind of bring, to be like the amount of people, like this. I watch battle rap and I watch true crime. I don't watch much else. One of the women who I watch religiously on true crime, when I first saw her channel, I came to it by accident. She started talking and I was like, oh my God, you did see it. Like, oh, really? Like, I did not like her one bit. I didn't like anything. By the end of it, she's kind of sold me. And now I buy into all her shit. Like, I watch her stuff because I fuck with her. And that kind of, it's a bit different because it's not a route into other things. But it's like if you can sell your personality, if you can sell your brand, if you can influence people to watch what you do, no matter what that is, then you've expanded. You know, you've kind of got that wider audience who are coming and putting eyes on this thing. Charlie Duke says, just for the publicity, really, like Nick Bam says, you have to have the full battle, but it's marketed to others to reel them in. I'm really liking that idea as sort of a dual thing. And then you constantly kind of feed both audiences who are there, you know, for the bite size, viral, momenty stuff.
For all you know, some of the bite size may indeed be someone that will actually watch the longer battle, because not everybody that's on TikTok is just a TikToker.
That's
you
it.
Understand?
Yeah,
if I go on there, that doesn't mean I might see something on there and go and look for the full video.
Agree. And that's it. That's what I'm saying. You can use one to kind of you can't just service the TikTok culture, because then it's so bite-sized. How do the battlers then kind of capitalize from that? Well, I guess they still can. But it just means you've alienated the culture that built you. You've alienated the culture that, like, the support.
Battle rap will turn into this sport where you just bring your hardest punchline. That's it. One punchline. And whoever's got the hardest punchline wins.
Yeah. Or the biggest moment, the biggest viral moment. Yeah.
You just got to think of a moment, and just within 15 seconds, you come up with a moment. 30 seconds, maybe, come up with a moment. Bam, who's got the best moment?
See, I would definitely, Nick says, US has a different culture to the UK. I would definitely agree with that to an extent.
Rap is rap, bro.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And that's why I brought in why I brought in those other cultures as well. You know, you've got Spain, you've got the Philippines. They are huge.
The reason why it isn't where it is because we're not appealing to the hip hop side. That is where the numbers are. That is where the people want to appreciate. But we're appealing to people that want to laugh and joke and shit. No disrespect to anyone doing that, but at the same time, hip hop wants to hear bars wherever they are. You understand? So if we're not providing that for them, how the fuck could they tap in? You could see how big hip hop is.
Yeah.
But why are we not considered part of it?
And in the UK even.
Yeah. Why are we not considered as part of it?
Yeah.
Because we aren't appealing to them.
Yeah.
And the people that like what they like. We're appealing to other people.
That audience, I feel like definitely isn't tapped into on a wider level.
Because the perception of what we're doing is, again, some bite-sized funny shit.
And it is a different culture, but it's kind of a blueprint. I look at it, you know, in the same way as sort of, you know, if you look at the genesis, battle rap is a new culture. It comes from hip hop, new culture. If you look at how, you know, hip hop in the UK, there was no hip hop in the UK for a very long time. And then what you did get was an emulation of what you got in the US. And then you got people starting to do a UK flavored hip hop, and then that just built, you know, naturally. But it's still part of the family tree. It's still, you know, it's still that essence. It's still that authenticity. Like, it still harkens back to, you know, similar principles and all the rest of it. Excuse me if I am, in my humble opinion, for the UK, on-beat battles is the best way to do it if you want to appeal to the best market for it. I've seen this quite a lot. I do think on-beat battles or events where you have both.
Yeah, it should be a big part of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. We were talking about this.
What he's saying there will add the authenticity to what we're doing.
Big facts. And we are more over here, like, talking about me, but like coming up, and I guess it's still the same thing now, coming up as a clashing kind of culture, coming up with that's it, like that's it, whether you're from the sound clash era, whether you're kind of from drum and bass, like, you know, that's it.
Garage,
and then
grime.
Later even grime, you know, an on-beat clashes are very authentic to our scene over here. So I do think maybe doing more of that, maybe even mixing events or just having events. We talked about this when we in quite a bit of details, and I've spoken about it outside of the scenes in terms of bringing women on board. I think this would be a great thing. Yeah, but for bringing that wider audience, giving them that entertainment factor as well, because you know, when there's a beat, like I think it's far easier to take in the entertainment factor of battle rap, perhaps as a new fan, especially in the UK, if you see an on-beat battle. Battle culture here is clashing. Hip-hop culture is more ingrained into their society.
Yeah, it is.
I would agree. However, if you look at sort of the music, if you look at contemporary hip-hop, grime, like hip-hop or its derivatives in this country here, I think it's still very much ingrained. It's what's ingrained into what we do here.
Do you know what the thing is? Yeah, it's like these men can come over here and sell out shows that we can't, and as a whole battle rap culture. Why? And one thing I'll add as well, Don't Flop was big, but guess what Don't Flop would always do? They would always appeal to certain hip hop elements as well as all the other stuff. So they had the on beat clashing. Do you understand? They had the artists that they got involved and made sure that they knew what was going on over there. So I just feel like more of that on this side, where things could be taken a lot more serious as well as everything else, would definitely benefit.
Kick says TikTok draws them in. Yeah, no, totally agree. Point. That's it. And having that dual, what's the word for it? Dual platform, I guess, for a dual audience, and hopefully one retains some to bring over to the other. Long Jen, 13 years ago, people swore they'd never watch battle rap again after people started pre-writing and not freestyling. Things can evolve. Yeah, totally agree. But I don't think things will ever evolve into. If they do, that's cool. If the next evolution of battle rap
that's a bit different because they've always had writers. Yeah. So we've always had people that, even from them battle rap days, there's people that were respected as sick writers. So it wasn't like it was reinventing the wheel at that time. It was kind of like just adding a more competitive edge to the thing. And you got bars, well, put together your best, I'll put together my best.
Yeah. And I'd say a few things on that. I think, I continue to say you would alienate a large part of the people who are still
it improved the game anyway. So it's not even like, because think about it, the time was shorter when there was no bars. As soon as bars came in, time stretched, you understand, and things changed and the game evolved and got better, you understand. So
there's a lot more. It's a different sort of technique. Being able to freestyle. But I do think
that's where a lot of,
in terms of entertainment value,
a lot of the shock stuff was born out of that freestyle era also.
I mean, it would be. But I'd also say, things can evolve, but I don't think like battle rap is flourishing in other places without evolving into a bite-sized version of what it is. So for us to say it has to be this condensed current, we have to give it to them in such a clipped format, I think is a bit short-sighted, because no one else needs to do that to be successful in this thing. I don't know. I feel
like we haven't tried everything else first before we have to clip things down. So I feel like promo-wise and in terms of building a connection with existing industry and all of that, until we've done everything in our done everything in our power to connect in that way, then I think we can have the conversation about, can we shorten it up? I definitely think he's right. The TikTok thing will definitely draw people in, but then will they stay is the second question. You understand? And we know all of them won't. So like for the people that do stay, that's fine. That's cool. If you can appeal to 1 million people for clip and even 500 of them stay, perfect. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Got no gripes with that.
Nick, so we have people who went from seeing the YT Just J battle, YT/Just J YT trailer, to buying tickets versus era. Agree, but they're already battle rap fans, yeah? So you're kind of so what you're saying is you're bringing people who are already a fan of it to a different platform. it's not necessarily bringing fans in who didn't know this at all. And I agree with you completely in using a condensed form to market to a wider audience. And then also, you know, there's an audience who you may only retain in that condensed form. And there's, you know, I think that's a great thing too. But I don't think it needs to be. I don't want to see it that condensed. And I don't think that's the next evolution or kind of needs to be. Charlie Zoot says, hardened battle rap fans don't have to check the shortened TikTok version if they want the full experience. Big facts if you give them the dual platforms. I've had this discussion with Jen numerous times. 90% of battlers don't listen. 90% of UK battlers don't listen to hip hop. Is that 90%? If it is,
it's a high percentage.
That's a high percentage, but maybe that is also why the scene doesn't have the energy it does. And like Rivers is saying, what was the point you made earlier? It's like the hip hop the hip hop scene is healthy. The UK audience is here for those hip hop elements, like is here for, like, there's a huge UK audience who watch American battle rap but don't buy, don't spend, don't watch a battle, don't like a shit, don't follow anything. Like, there's a huge audience that isn't accessed. And I don't know if I'd say 90% don't listen to hip hop, but you don't have to listen to.
All right. I think
if
in
you
the pure form of it, yeah, I would agree that.
But you
maybe
can't,
not so much 90%.
You can't avoid hip hop nowadays.
No, one form or another, it's everywhere.
So unless you're saying they're kind of niche involved into what do they listen to? What are people listening to? Are you saying they're all sort of metalheads, or?
I think what he means to say is, you see, like when we say hip hop, a lot of people refer it straight to, you know, the 90s, boom bap, What's that? Yeah.
Don't Flop. Well, Don't Flop ran a DMB event. It was hot garbage.
Yeah.
I feel like there's about 7 too many words in that sentence. However, I didn't say like a DMB event. 1, 2. Did I get that right? Maybe 8. I don't know if I don't know that that's necessarily the format, and I don't know that. Let me just say nice things. Words of Weapons was a great league with really good views, but Chronicle deleted all the battles from it. I don't know about Words of Weapons at all.
I swear, I don't know if this is right, man, but did Chronicle one time delete the Don't Flop channel as well? You got them taken down.
Every battle on that Pem Game Battle League has at least 20k views.
There you go.
There's a market for it, right? There's a market for the on-beat shit that is rap shit.
It takes a certain kind of cosign to get them people in. You understand? Them people are already following notable names in the culture, but if them names in the culture don't feel connected to what we're doing, why would they bring that along? Do you understand? That's the crazy thing. There's a lot of men out here that if they want, they can make the battle that you're having have these views, but do they want to? And if they don't, why don't they want to?
That's a good question.
Because if it's that simple, why wouldn't you want to? Understand that? Me? Don't give Rivers that kind of blue tick power. Yeah, I will start to make people famous overnight out here. You understand? I'll make sure of it. For the right reasons, for the wrong reasons, but I'll make sure that everyone's getting views now. If I'm getting views, everyone's getting fucking views. Trust me. If I got followers, everyone's got followers. I'll be telling my followers, listen, don't even tell me you're one of my fans if you don't follow all these 25 people. Like, that's what I'm on. Who's on that? Understand? Like, man's going on like that costs money to do. The fuck? Crazy. But this is what I'm saying. It takes a certain association to get the eyes on us, what we need to be on us right now still. So we got to appeal to certain people that are more kind of cemented in what we're doing than a fan that's online and shit like that. Because that's cool, but that's fleeting. You understand? Another trend pops up, they're over there. Understand? But the guy that says, yo, I'm solidified and I fuck with what you man are doing, and I feel like boom, boom, boom. If I can add that rare, and then the traffic, and say no more. Because there's man on Pen Game getting 20k that are hot trash.
Arse.
Yeah,
Whole complete arse. Yeah.
I understand, but they're on the right platform to get that. That's why people say, "Oh, Rivers, man, you should go over there." And it's like, I just don't want to just do something for some views. You understand? It doesn't really make sense for me. I'd rather build something that can get the views that I want to get, rather than just go in and do it. I don't know.
Blotter says a lot of people in the UK listen to US battle rap. They just don't fuck with UK battle rap. They see it as a joke. This is a tough market to manage because the cater to one, you can lose another audience. That's a really good point.
Very, very.
That's
very
a really good point.
Good point.
Is there a way of holding?
Both?
Yeah, that's it.
I think I can do it still, but it depends. Like for me, it's about being a credible artist as well as being a good battler. You understand? Not just being a good battler, but then when you have artists, lunacy, talk about dick and all this type of shit in your raps, and you're on stage with trousers down. If you want to appeal to that type of fan base as an artist, that's cool and everything. But then the industry cannot really look on you like someone respectable. You understand?
Yeah.
Like they'll look at your battles and see you talking a certain way. Then they'll see you like that, see you a certain way. So they understand that's your lane. I heard the click still.
Yeah.
So I think if you have good music on one hand and you have good battles on the other hand, you can appeal. Especially if your shit's fire and it's undeniable and they're like, raw, that tune there, I might want to get on the remix. That's it. You have to be good enough to where they say, listen, all right, jump on the remix. And then you'll get that respect, of course. Of course. People seeing you featured with my man, of course you'll get that respect. People seeing that, come on, man. That's how the game goes, but who wants to extend the olive branch like that?
Bam is saying, fully agree. It's just interesting when you look at this space. There's space for the market out there.
Big space, bro.
Yeah,
big
so much space. Yeah,
I feel like this could be like that exclusive boxing match that these man. You see, like right now, Bouncer's doing bare things where he's got like little man fighting with the small people fighting. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way or whatever. Then he's got his thing. It's like just build something big with battlers and build it up and just throw us out there. Let us do it. What the fuck we do and let's make millions. Like what the fuck? Like I don't see what the hold up is really and truly. Like we're skilled at
what the disconnect is.
Yeah,
why the audience. Yeah.
Like, what's the you know what I mean? Listen, don't worry anyway, man. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm gonna catch one of these celebrity guys with their little choker chains. We're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna bring them over here still. Trust me.
Okay.
Mark my words. I've said it.
I like that.
It's manifested.
It sounded a little menacing at first. I'm gonna catch one of these celebs with their choker chains and grab it from his little pussy neck or something.
I didn't say none of that. Yeah. As I said, I drink holy water. I'm God fearing. All I'm saying is I'm gonna have a real conversation and make them really understand what they could be part of building here. You know what I mean? Because it wouldn't take long.
No.
There's so much talent everywhere.
Yeah, there is.
You know what I mean?
I think eyes definitely. And also a viable kind of future direction. I think right now, not to say there wasn't before, of course, you had a very well established brand at the helm of things, which was, a well-known brand, a well-respected internationally, globally. But I do think it's the sort of thing that there has to be a payoff, right? There has to be a kind of a
lot of hard work goes into this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
can't be free. Can't be free, but then at the same time it can generate a lot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell one of these. I don't even want to say it on air. I'm just gonna not even say it. But I'm like literally. I know what I need to say to one of these guys to make them understand the appeal of what we're doing and how it can benefit them and where they can slide and fit into the thing, innit? Because that's really what it is. Where do I fit in? I think you see battle rap here. It's this kind of energy where if you're not from this environment and you walk into the building, it's almost like, like your manhood spider sense starts tingling. you're hearing man talking reckless and you're taking it personally. You're not even involved.
Yeah.
And in the only thing you're hearing going around your head is these youths could never talk to me like that. That's just going round and round in your head, and you come out of there and it's almost like I don't even want to go to them place there. And they're talking all reckless, but I'll really whack something up out there. Like I've seen so much guys with this kind of energy because battle raps on their things. When you see us talking like this, you almost feel like I gotta be able to talk to one of these youths like this. Otherwise, it's almost like I feel like he's got a weapon that I don't have. Like it gives you that feel.
Yeah.
Certain people can't handle that, and then they won't want to be involved and they won't want to come to events. Like God forbid you come to an event and one of these slick freestylers sees you in the background and says, "Wow, cut face Joe's here, yeah? Well, I'm gonna cut your face like Joe's here," like, or something, and then you're the punchline and the whole crowd's going. You might not be able to handle that walking in there. You might be talking to Snoop and tell you like the raw. Told these young boys don't fucking say my name, bro. Like a real nigga, bro. Like, you might take it to heart. You understand? And I think that's part of it. Certain man ain't really like, I don't know. They feel a bit funny about the place where it's okay for people to chat shit.
Yeah.
You understand? They feel a bit weird about that. They used to live in this fake life where everyone around them is on some, yo, bro, yeah, you're that guy, right. Come around here, man will tell you about yourself, innit? And people are uncomfortable with that. Everyone wants to be able to feel like they're the man because their ego gets groomed everywhere they go. Come battle rap, your ego gets stripped. Yeah, we take that away from you. What ego? Give me that. Yeah, put that in my back pocket. I'm walking home with your ego now.
Very intense.
Who wants to come and be around that? Yeah. So I feel like maybe we have to start finessing them a little bit and showing them a respect that makes them feel comfortable in where we are, innit?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they've come to an uncomfortable feeling. Man's hostile. Catch man on battle day, man don't even want to talk to you. Man's all pacing up and down and looking at you like you're food and shit. Who wants to come to that? So
yeah, but for the 99% of the rest of the people who aren't there, they're not looking at you like your food, and they're like looking at you like, oh my god, like salute to you, shout out to you for coming down.
Thank you. Yeah.
And also, if you're that guy and someone says a bar about you on the stage, and you've come here to support, and you're here and you're fucking with everyone, and you're supporting the fans, and you're being like, that bar's not landing.
Yeah,
it's not landing. It's not. Like you're not getting a reaction, and the artist knows, okay, shit, you know, I'm respected here or whatever. Like it's, I don't know. If it's a good bar, though, if it's a good bar, it's gonna land.
Fire, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, but the grandma bar, that was mad.
Yeah. Kik says, I took my mate to a first event last Saturday and she was shocked that we were all mates. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it can be shocking. That's it. What event was that, interestingly? What was last Saturday?
Probably the Manny one? No, that was
that was this weekend. Last weekend. Oh, Process. It must have been a Process. That's where you were last weekend. Oh yes, I remember your mate. Lady. Yeah. I remember her. That's it. Like, right. That's it. Like, right. It's all way too. It's too late. Bam, for that many multis. That's it. Like, right. Funky D is Funky D, but everyone was so quick to almost exile him.
Yeah.
Agreed, but I do think Funky D came in and like put his balls on the table and said, "Suck my dick." So
pretty much.
It's like
with a soda on the side and shit. Literally. Like,
I want to fuck with you, but do I really want to suck your dick?
I feel like he actually asked for extras and everything. Like he came, like, you know, when someone walks into a hotel and says, "I want the penthouse suite," didn't ask you if there was reservations, none of that. But I want the penthouse suite. He didn't
care that the president of the United States was staying in a penthouse suite.
He demanded so much that they found a room for him next door. Like, to the point of, right, maybe he is important. All right, come on, let's give him a room. They gave him a room next door and he looked at you and said, "You dickheads." Yeah. You understand?
Yeah, no, for real. The intensity was a shock. My son came out saying the same thing. I don't know if he said it to you, definitely said it to me. Like, right, they really talk to each other like that. Man's really said that thing about his mum.
Yeah.
Like, and they just stand there and have it. Like, yeah.
But as I said, my sister said earlier, like, I couldn't, like, it was just, man, saying shit to you, bro. Yeah. I couldn't. It was hard. I had to just keep pausing it and just get some green tea and coming back, and You know what I mean? 'Cause
See,
for
but
her-
I never got. I guess that's where that you're always kind of going to get two flavors of fan, right?
yeah,
Because for me, that intensity, and that's your
you
sister,
love that.
so she doesn't want to hear
But
anyone
also,
saying.
also, she's not really a fan
Mm,
in
yeah,
general,
yeah,
innit?
yeah,
So for
yeah.
her, she's looking at it like this is someone talking to my brother.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You're looking at it like this is a fucking killer against
Yeah.
another killer, and they're trying
Kill
to kill
each
each other.
other.
Yeah, that's what I'm here
Punch him
for.
up and
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Oh, you better come.
It's
you-
the equivalent of like
Yeah.
AJ's sister coming to him saying, "Bro, the way he punched you in the
Yeah.
face, it was mad. Like I had to turn it off. I couldn't watch. He was
Yeah.
just punching you, and then big gloves he was wearing, and
That's
everything,
it.
and
It was so
just
big.
he was just
and
ducking and weaving, and
Yeah.
he all uppercutted you, and
Yeah.
your gum shield
that-
flew out. And
That's it. Your nose was all bloody and
Oh,
shit.
couldn't
Bro, I
watch.
couldn't
it
watch.
was too violent.
Yeah.
Way too violent. It's like it's a boxing match.
That
This. Like,
someone's gonna get bloody. There's gonna be some snot flying. Like
it
it's
happens. Man.
yeah, man. It happens. Someone might even touch the canvas, but
Yes, sir.
that's
It's not gonna be me, but somebody
Yeah.
else. Me.
yeah, no. But I think that, you know, like you say, there are people who maybe the intensity of it initially is a shock, but also I don't know that the condensed versions of the intensity is going to draw those people in.
Yeah.
Because
That might throw them away.
yeah, those same people, that condensed version of intensity is not going to get them, because it's like, oh my god, like wow.
Have you seen that page? Yeah, and the page is called something like unexplained battle rap moments,
Mm.
and they just put up videos of, you know, like the bits in between when man said a bar.
Yeah,
So like, you know, like this clip I put up of everyone clicking like this.
yeah.
So they put up bare things like that unexplained. It was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is going there?
yeah,
Like, I think them
interesting,
things
yeah,
there
for real.
on TikTok will make you say,
Yours.
no, I need to go to this.
Yeah,
I like them things, and you know,
Yeah.
like them special punches, like where the man, the one where the guy said, "I get back done, do my cardio, make the shit work through the audio. Guns from Mario, all you hear is do 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 through the audio." Like,
yeah.
them things there, you put them, you make a man
I
like me
was
go and
fucking with
find
that.
I'll go find that battle,
Yeah,
innit? Like
yeah.
literally. So I think in that
That's a
way, like
great
little
point.
special features and the little
Yeah.
in between things, they will entice man to want to see what the fuck happened or how that got to that. But I just think you can't take a heavy scheme where man's really talking to man's life and put that
And
in
get the
15
essence
seconds
of
and
it,
get
yeah.
the essence.
Yeah,
There's a certain build to certain things that you need before it hits you the same, innit?
Mm.
Like, that's the way you talk to your son within the 5 seconds. It's not the same as hearing, you had a good life, bubbles and roses, and like, you need all of that, but you can't fit that in a clip. You understand?
Yeah. Bam says, sorry, been doing like 3 things at once here. Appreciate you still
Come on,
being
bro.
here hours later
Love.
after you said you were popping in to show love. This is the ultimate show of love. Like, appreciate you still being here. I just mean it's happened anytime anyone close to mainstream pops up, they get jumped. I can see how that would be off-putting.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, that's
Definitely.
that's a great point.
There has to be some kind of behind the scenes talk. We let the man know, look, we want these people to come. You know,
Yes.
like when you're working and the partners are coming in.
Yeah.
And you're like, this one,
That-
partners are coming in today.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, we need this deal to go through.
They
so I
might
need
not
your
do things the way we do things.
But we need you to be on your best behavior.
That's
no
a big
bars.
contract.
This is it. You be nice. You be cool.
Look
you
at the
work
bigger
hard.
picture.
Yes, we need a
That's
good
it.
performance,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I feel like if you can
Agreed.
take that kind of
Agreed.
thing and then invite man, then they can feel
I
comfortable.
do think Funky D is a bit, because I think the thing that happens with, let's take Funky D out of the equation. If you are a rapper,
Yeah.
if you and Funky D, whilst all right, if you are a rapper who has had some measure of success and been very successful in some measure of thing, but right now you're not a mainstream name, let's say. And even if you were, when you come in as a rapper, you aren't a battle rapper. You are outside of this culture. We haven't seen you at an event.
Yeah.
We haven't seen you sharing battle. We haven't seen you promote. We haven't seen you in any capacity involved in this thing at all. And you come in and say, I does this shit and I'm gonna fuck up anyone. I think there's going to be, and then kind of in it depending on how you handle that, you part of your draw is that you're coming in as the big bad wolf. Yeah, you're coming in to, and
your existence is basically the equivalent of someone trying to shit on what we built.
Yeah, that's it, and that's basically what you're doing, and that can really, and it really has driven interest, and everyone loves a villain, right? Everyone loves.
One thing that I think Funky D has done well, that I will give him credit for.
I think he's done a lot of things well. Yeah.
I think where people have sent certain shots back at him, he's taken the shots because he's given the shots, so he's taking shots back. Whereas if he had this attitude where man can't tell me nothing, like that type of shit, it will be like, why you hear them?
He does have that attitude, though.
No, I don't. What I mean to say is the aggressive nature of that, where it's like a man says something to him and he wants to get into something over that. He doesn't display that. He doesn't bring that to the table. He's more on the back and forth. What have you done? Though?
Yeah.
But it's never like some war, some fight, some I'm pulling up. Where are you? Pull up. Like he that is not part of anything in it, and I feel like that attitude and the energy is not really necessary or warranted.
Agreed. Yeah, no, because that would just turn things sour.
I've never seen him talk about no pulling up, nowhere, fighting, nothing. He's just been very kind of bantery with it each time.
Yeah, but it's also completely disrespectful to battle rap and the culture. So like I say, I think it's been very successful in that, and he's built himself the kind of bad guy. He's waned from that slightly. But the initial
no opponent,
but I'm saying the initial, when it was Viz and then when it was Funky D, when it was Luna C, he definitely came out and it was very, it was very dismissive of everything that's gone before. It was very dismissive of the whole scene. But it worked. Yeah. And he built himself up as a villain, and I think he understood that, he's built a rod for his own back in one sense, but he was completely confident that he would be able to deliver. So it doesn't matter that you think I'm the villain right now, because I'm going to get you. Yeah. Like, buy into me as a villain. I does this. I'm the best battle rap ever. Like, talk that talk. Like, and it worked. It all worked. He got Luna to come out. Like, that in itself, he won.
At the end of the day, like, we could say disrespectful, but because this is that show and prove culture, talking just gets you to the place where you have to show and prove in it. Like, and until you have to show and prove, we can't even verify if it's disrespectful or not too tough. It just sounds disrespectful until we see what you can or can't do.
No, I think it kind of is, like, a lot of the things he said, I think, were dismissive, especially when he was coming from a point of apparently not understanding, and with the things that he was saying, showing that he was not understanding, whether that was the case or not. So it just doubled down on the dismissiveness. He was very dismissive of everything. Like, he's coming in and saying, I am the best one to ever do this. That's completely dismissive of everyone.
But I didn't believe him when he said that. So I didn't take it like as disrespect. I just saw it as exactly what it was. Someone that's never done this before, needs everyone to look at them, needs everyone to believe them, saying what the fuck they can to make people say, what? No, you're not. Oh, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's how I looked at it, because there was no point when I heard him say that I thought, like, is he? Is he the best?
So if it don't apply, let it fly.
Basically,
I get it, but I'm just saying it works in the sense of the fans, and this is why it generated, or one of the reasons why it generated so much sort of energy, because he did come in like that.
Fans, like, well, not Mayweather. What's the other one? The one that was with
Conor McGregor. Adrian Broner.
Yeah. So like, it's that Broner thing where it's like the fans now, the claims are so high.
Yeah.
The fans are tapping into you to just wait to see you trip, to see you fall. Like, all you have to do at this point is be fire, and they're almost yours.
Yeah.
You understand? Raw, like, he actually did it. Okay. I like him and Luna. You understand? But without the battle, it's definitely gonna dissipate. There's nothing more like you. The claims aren't really gonna do the same thing until there's another battle lined up, really. And truly.
Until you've got an opponent to go out. Like, he's got such an adversarial style of promo. And also when you've got nothing to promo, what's like his only relevancy is kind of, you know, because he hasn't got any battles, because people aren't, there's no what are you doing craning over there?
No, that's because I'm an angel. You see my halo?
Okay. Wait.
Cool, I'm a demon again. I lost my halo.
Okay.
But no, I hear what you're saying about him. He's definitely the type of person where he has to have an op.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have an op,
yeah,
the style of promo that he has doesn't land with the same thing in it.
Worst thing is so that's everyone. So hold on. His Craig David Monday to Friday list wasn't based on air. Are you what are you telling me, Bam? What are you telling me? What are you saying? Because he did put out his Monday to Friday hit list, and you were first on the hit list. And I think anybody who's kind of even remotely engaged in what's going on right now looks at that and like, Bam wasn't, you know, Bam don't battle, so it just kind of looks it just looks pie in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he thought he could draw Bam up.
Okay, I had an on beat that was lined up. Okay. I feel like Briggsy told him that, so he's tried to draw me out. Okay.
Makes sense now.
Okay, Bam.
Makes 100% of sense now. So I'm saying, when you can piece the bits of the puzzle together, you get to know, oh, I get it now.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'd like to see Bam.
Moving off from Funky. Like, what, are you coming back on beat? Like, could that still happen potentially?
Bam's
not necessarily
undefeated on beat, you know.
Not necessarily Funky Dick, but you know,
he's undefeated on beat. So, and he's battled Dialect. So, how the hell does he undefeated on beat?
That's interesting. That's interesting. I'd like to see that.
I like to see I'm one of them people that I just want to draw everyone outside.
Yeah,
imagine battle rap and everyone's
play.
Active.
I'm that kid, like, he just wants to go and knock for everyone.
It's too fragmented. That's why the game is how it is. I think when Don't Flop fell, it fragmented everything. And it just made it just like part of it's over there, part of it's over there, part of it's over there, part of it's over there.
The hype caught me up and I said, yes, listen, do you know, there's something, we need to get this in-house roast going, because there's something that happens when legends sit on that sofa there and catch the holy ghost, the holy battle rap ghost. There's something that happens.
There's just an energy that gets generated and Ned's back in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we just need to find the right beat. I don't know.
Don't know what kind of judges in the food. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I just need to cook the right meal. That's it.
Yes,
right?
sir. Put
the right incantations.
Yes, sir.
There are no incantations that go into my food. It's just pure love, honestly. I might, you know, wish some things, but no incantations. I'm not over here doing spells.
She doesn't keep samples of hair either, just so you know. So feel free to have the afro.
I mean, not intentionally. Not intentionally. But if some falls on a pillow, I'm not adverse to maybe storing it up and putting it in a specimen jar. But...
Yeah. Man said a specimen jar. I said voodoo doll over here. You said a specimen jar.
How we do science over here, bro.
Shit. She's trying to create another Bam. That's really what it is. She said, if I can't get Bam on that stage, okay, say no more. I'll figure it out.
That's it, right? That's it. The way science is progressing right now. Let me just get the them Bam genes.
Yeah.
Create my own league over here. I don't need none of you motherfuckers.
That's it. Your son's gonna be born with a camera and a microphone. You know, like this. The new Bam.
Yeah. Right. I think 3 hours. This has been one of the longest roasts we've done in a minute.
Recent, yeah.
And it was a slow news day. I think we're kind of going to wrap up here while we're still on a high, unless anyone has any new topics to introduce that can maybe kind of keep us going. But I think we've exhausted this conversation. However, there are many talking points which will be continued from this. I think Kik made some really great points. I think Bam's made great. Every time I have any interaction with Bam, I'm just left feeling with Bam makes great points. I need a Bam take that I can disagree with, because I'm just confrontational like that. But yeah, no, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Blotter, always. Caretaker's gone sleep now, but we had Crumpet holding us down. We got Charlie Zoot, CEO NYHD. Look how I just do that first time every time. We had the champ Unan, Tommy Villas, or Unan Villas in the chat. Phil Mitchell holding us down regular here. Got a plate with their name on it. Yeah, and everybody else who tuned in. For everyone who's hate watching. Oh, look how we did that same time.
You know it's all love. You know it's all love.
That's all you're gonna get here. That's all you're gonna get here. That's all. Like, don't
join us next week, bro.
That's it. Appreciate you. Hit the like if you haven't done already. Pull up next week. Go and watch all the battles that we talk about. Yeah, appreciate you too, Blotter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, much love, much love to you. Yeah, hit the like on the way out if you're not familiar with the battles that we're talking about. Go and check out Premier Battles. Go and look at the Undisclosed VOD, which will be coming soon. 2 great battles at least on there. Some great newcomers to check out as well. I think there was a really bad battle as well.
Oh yeah,
so if that's your thing, yeah, really.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I like good battles, but I like a car crash battle.
It's got to be a proper car crash, and this kind of sounds like it might have been like a total on the motorway smash,
like Jaws of Life type of job, like.
Might have been. So
speaking of Jaws of Life, check out Unanimous versus Crash.
Big facts. I like that segue.
Nice.
Go and tune in. Yeah, go and tune in to No Loose Chat as well. Follow everyone on all the platforms. Tune in next week on Roast. Tune in if you don't follow me on Caffeine. I know I keep saying this, yeah, and I've said it for a minute, but this week is the week. I do a lot, and sometimes it takes a while to keep up. My technology was fucking up with me, and then I just need to take some time out. But this week I have Caffeine content coming. I'll be going live on Caffeine, updating, uploading clips on YouTube or selected segments, sometimes whole shows. But I really want to tap in to my US and my UK audience, kind of bridging that gap, kind of promoting what is going on over here, over there as well. And just really kind of putting out fun content that you can relate to if you fuck with battle rap, whether you're no matter where you are. Yeah, I've got some. Appreciate you, bro. I'm sure you. Yeah, I don't know if we'll put Roast over there. We'll see. Yeah, if everyone,
let's all get Caffeine, man. Come on, everyone get Caffeine. Get a Caffeine
That's
profile.
You don't even necessarily need to. If you want to comment and stuff, yeah.
Right?
I don't know. It's really easy. It's really easy to get a Caffeine. Really. Yeah, to get a Caffeine account.
It's free. How about that?
Yeah, that's it. It's free. It's totally free. And it's a very similar format.
And you can watch all the Smack lives when they come out on the weekends or late at night. And So Queen of the Ring, whatever in it. But yeah, tap in with us, man. Let's get over there.
Definitely tap in. When's the process 2 out? Can we get AJ's battle up first? I need to see Big 6'5" do a roly-poly. He didn't do a roly-poly in that battle.
But you know that joke when man was saying, right, imagine man did a roly-poly into a gun bar.
In the battle, I don't know when they're out. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to this next round dropping. AJ Jester is fire. Jester got, battle coming out soon on against both Premier Battles, versus Amity, and on No Loose Chat
versus AJ. That's 2 good opponents for him still in his class, especially. So he's doing well, man. Salute to the boy.
Salute to the boy. Big love out to Jester. I was locked down for a long time. over there in Ireland. So super dope to see him being able to come out now and put on for the people. But yeah, we've put on for the people enough tonight. Thank you for putting on for us. And like I say, anyone who's watching this on a reload and you're 303 in, then I know your family and it's all love. Thank you for being here. Thank you everyone in the chat. I'm gonna wrap up properly now and just end on a hard cut. We're gone. Say goodbye.
Bye.